He swung on and hit the end of right field deep. And you can't forget about this one. Blaze Salter hits number 5, and the Newport Gulls retake the lead.
This is the Newport Gulls pregame show, live from Cardines Field in Newport, Rhode Island.
Gone! A grand slam! To left power, right tower power, and the Gulls walk off in the 15th inning!
Coming up, interviews, stats, standings, lineups, and a whole lot more.
Tomas steps on the back for 1 out, throws to first, and he's in time, a double play.
Pitch, breaking ball lifted deep to center field, and it is gone! A 2-run shot for Cody Hosey.
A high drive, left field deep. Bolzano going back, looking up. This ball is a 2-run homer. P.J. Jones hits it out.
Stay tuned. The pregame show begins now on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Now, in his 3rd season covering Newport Gulls baseball, here is play-by-play broadcaster Zach Ledson.
The number 1 team in the NECBL plays its only visit to Cardines Field this regular season here this afternoon. Hi everybody, Zach Ledson getting you set for a matchup between the 30-9 Mountaineers against the 26-13 Gulls. A 3 o'clock matinee special that gets rolling here at Cardines Field. Only 5 games remaining for Newport. First pitch right on the horizon, but before that, the Gulls pregame show starts right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, an absolutely beautiful Saturday out here at Cardines Field. An early start today. Shane Briggs, Zach Ledson here interviewing Newport Gulls field reporter, turned color commentator, turned human thesaurus, Caden Charpentier. Caden, happy Saturday. How are we feeling?
We're feeling great, Shane. You know, it's a beautiful day for baseball, and Gulls got to get back on track today. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Well, Caden, I know you do a lot of work at Wheaton College, a lot of writing, talk about Chelsea, a lot of other sources that you write about. One of those is here with the Gulls. You've written a lot for us, done our game recaps. What's your college experience been like for you, and how did that lead you into coming right here to working for the Newport Gulls?
Yeah, I think it's pretty interesting because, I don't know, probably a year ago I would have never thought I would probably get into sports media, but something just clicked in the fall, and I just started doing a bunch of different things in the fall, internships to other things, and then I started applying in the summer, and the Newport Gulls came around, and Tom and Mike gave me a shot, and I was like, why not? And, I mean, here I am, and I'm having a blast, and this is probably my favorite internship, one of my favorite times here, meeting so many new people. It's been a blast so far, Zach.
Shane?
Caden, not only want to start off asking what your favorite memory as a Gulls intern is so far, but also what's one thing about the Gulls that you weren't expecting to happen that has come about since you've gotten here?
That's a great question. I feel like just meeting so many new people and like how like accommodating they are, and like all the players are so like nice to talk to on a daily basis. I wouldn't say it's surprising, but I'd say that's a plus. That's a positive. And winning games is obviously just fantastic at the same time. Because like if you're here and they're losing, it's just kind of depressing. So obviously winning is fantastic. So which is great.
So I mentioned in your extended introduction, turned human thesaurus, the grand slam call the other night, the perfect compliment to Zach Ledson with just an absolute beautiful array of some words. Where does that all come from? Take me through the moment. How did all that come about?
I mean, just like when Zach said the call, I was trying to like think of something to say when Zach was done talking. So I had to think of something really quick on the fly. But just like all those words, I think the more you use words and like you're writing things, and the more you get used to using them on a daily basis, especially if you're writing about like, you know, you usually use adversity a lot, you usually use character a lot, but especially this team like epitomizes like all those words. So it's exactly the emotion of that grand slam was through the roof. I mean, it was amazing.
Well, Caden, this will be my last one. We talked about the grand slam, your interactions with all of us interns, players, everything about it. Crazy, but this is our 3rd to last regular season home game. Gulls only have 5 games left here in the regular season before playoffs get rolling. It might be hard, but is there one thing that you can single out as that's the top thing I'll remember when I think back? It's a cold January, February at Wheaton College, and you think back to July and June. What do you think will be that thing that sticks out to you when you remember your time here?
Well, Zach, I think the best thing is yet to come, and I think we all know what that's going to happen. In the middle of August, we'll all be celebrating. But as for like so far, I think it's going to be probably just the amount of people that I've met, the amount of things that I've learned so far. Just kind of doing this, like basically what Tom's taught me, what you guys have taught me, everything that I've learned. I'm really new to like doing all this stuff, and just everyone being so accommodating and nice, and just making sure that like this is kind of like a place that I want to come to every day, which is really awesome.
Kid, I believe that's all that we have for you. Thank you so much for your time. We look forward to your amazing camera work today and everything that you'll provide us with the rest of the day. Happy Intern Appreciation Day, by the way.
Oh, thank you so much.
It's a great day to have a day.
You, Kate.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is all that we have for you for now. A couple more interviews will be coming out momentarily for you. But for now, Shane Briggs, Zach Letson, Caden Charpentier. Gulls pregame show rolls on.
Back here on the Gulls pregame show, Zach Letson joined by Newport Gulls hitting coach Ted Regan as we get start for an early one, 3 o'clock start with the Vermont Mountaineers. And Coach, it's an early one, and early in ball games, that's where Newport has really found success here at home. Multiple runs in the last 5 home games in the first inning, hitting .535 as a club in those innings, 17 runs in total. How important is it to get out to those early starts, and what do you think's allowed your team to do that?
Very obvious to get out to an early start to get the pitching early, because a lot of these guys got great closers, so you get 7, 8, and 9. Runs are hard to come by. So if we get out front, start swinging the bat, be a little more aggressive in the strike zone, a lot of success out of it. It's very good.
The Gulls put 9 runs, 14 hits on the board, came up short, and certainly some opportunities at the end of the game. 12 left on base, kind of the difference for Newport in terms of why the game went the way it did. What needs to change in your mind so that that number can go down and Newport could pick up a win, because it was right on the brink of doing so last night?
Well, left on base is a big pet peeve of mine. 22 games into the season, I did all the stats on the left on base. So I got all the hitters together. I said, guys, give me a figure of how many guys we left on base in 22 games. So it was like 72, 84, all kind of arbitrary figures. It was 192 guys we left on base. And your reaction you just gave me is the reaction they gave. Okay? So I said, fellas, 2 strikes, we've got to do a better job. So I gave them a 2-strike hitting approach. When they reach it, my 2-strike hitting approaches don't get to it. But when you get to it, you got to be able to perform. So I said, look, here's it again, go over and do it. And lately, the last, I'd say 16, 17, we've done a very good job with 2 outs, 2-strike hitting. Getting the ball in play, productive at bats. We've done a better job. Mindset. They want to do something. They don't want to do it, it's not going to happen. But they're putting the ball in play better.
Well, despite all that have been left on base, I mean, this team is as hot offensively as really any team in the NECBL, hitting .299 in the month of July, this back 9 of the regular season. What do you think has clicked and helped everyone? Because it's really not just one player. It's 1 through 9 that have helped get it done. What do you think has clicked for your team at the plate?
Players' hard work. We're here every day at home early, 2 o'clock. They're all here every day, on time, ready to go. And they've worked very, very hard to put in the situation they've been in. Do a lot of correction, a lot of adjustments, and it's all working for them. So mentally, they're buying in, too. They're not even the physicality to get the hits and run the spots that we need to do them in. But mentally, they're buying in. They're doing a good job.
All right, Gulls will be challenged with one of the best pitching teams in the NECBL here today in the Vermont Mountaineers. That is Newport Gulls hitting coach Ted Regan. Coach, thanks for the time.
More than any time, Jack. You know that, baby.
All right, the Gulls pregame show rolls on. All right, wrapping up our on-field coverage here on the Gulls pregame show, Zach Letson joined by the voice of the Vermont Mountaineers, Noah McLean, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Shane Briggs, on a sunny matinee special, getting ready for a 3 o'clock start here between 2 of the 3 best teams in the NECBL record-wise, Noah, and a team in the Mountaineers that is, we talked about it, trying to close in on Newport's record all-time of wins in a season at 32. Vermont is at 30, but the Mountaineers have lost 3 in a row.
Yeah, the Mountaineers have dropped 3 straight right now, but they're looking for 3 tonight. Obviously, this is 2 of the best teams in the NECBL. It doesn't get much better than this. We got a great day for baseball. It's a little hot here, but hey, we'll take it, and I think we're going to have a great one no matter what happens.
Yeah, Vermont no-hit Newport. That was all the way back opening night of the season, a long time ago. Here we sit July the 23rd, only 5 games left, Shane. and the only one this season where you can say 3 o'clock start on a Saturday, no clouds in the sky. It is definitely a warm one as we get ready.
Yeah, no clouds for better or for worse, but definitely a hot one. You are off the record, on the record, as saying it's probably the worst day of the year to be a water bottle. So, it's a hot one. But, looking forward to it. There's never a bad day to have a weekend game in Newport. So I'm excited for the one and only Saturday game we have here and looking forward to a good one.
All right, lot on the line between the NECBL's elite. 30-9 Vermont, 26-13 Newport. That's coming up next, and we'll see you from the booth. It is number 1 against number 3 here this afternoon. 2 of the top 3 teams in the NECBL going at it for the second and final time this regular season, the Newport Gulls and the Vermont Mountaineers. Hi, everybody, and thanks for joining us for a Saturday matinee. Zach Letson, joined by the voice of the Vermont Mountaineers, Noah McLean, and the field reporter for the Newport Gulls, Shane Briggs, as we get for a matchup here. It has been a long time, Noah, since these teams have seen each other. Opening night of the NECBL season, June the 7th, and the Mountaineers took it 10-1 the final, no hitting the Gulls.
Yeah, well, it was 6 pitchers through the no-hitter, and the Mountaineers were, they gave up a run. These are 2 very different teams. We've seen a lot of guys come, a lot of guys leave, but I tell you what, Zach, I don't think we're going to see a 10-1 score tonight against the Gulls. This is a very well-organized team. We know it. They're number 1, number 3, 2 fantastic organizations winding down. A lot of guys in the All-Star game for both of these teams. I'm really excited for tonight's matchup.
Should be a good one. 2 of the best teams here in the league. It is Intern Appreciation Day, Star Wars Day on a Saturday 3 o'clock start. So let's send it down to the field for today's pregame ceremonies, and we'll join you following that from up here in the booth.
and welcome to Cardians Field. This is a very special weekend for the Newport Gulls as we celebrated our alumni weekend. And here, we want to say thank you to all of the many volunteers and interns that make the Newport Gulls tick and put on the show that you see here every day at Cardians Field. You may or may not know that the Newport Gulls are a non-profit organization, and all of the individuals who work for the team are either volunteers or college interns. So everybody behind me, let's give them a big round of applause as I introduce every one of them. operations team, I'd like to give a shout out. He's finishing up the lines right now. Nicholas Elias from the University of Tampa. Joining him is Jack Sibilia, who recently got accepted to St. John's University. The man who does all the in-between inning games and contests, Brian Bayer from Springfield College. From the University of Massachusetts Amherst, Katie Neckgrass. She's in the ticket booth now. From Syracuse University, Sean Madden. One of our game day operations and one of our 2 high schoolers who help us out from North Kingston High School, Ben Napoli. Additionally, we have Ben Logel, who's been with the team now for a few years, and he's also in high school. That's our operational staff. Now let's give a big shout out to our medical training staff, led by Sarah Barker. She's accompanied by Emma Garcia, who doubles as our summer camp coordinator. And on the media side of things, everything is led by our director, Tom Lima. And the voice of the Newport Gulls, Zach Letson. Traveled here all the way from Pennsylvania this year. She attends Penn State University. Kat Haslew. She's our director of digital media. Additionally, one of our content creators and photographers, Grace Silva. She attends Franklin Pierce University. Also on the media team, Caden Charpentier. He attends Wheaton College. Another member of our media operation from URI, Shane Briggs. We also have Tyler Sumner from Dean College. Bryant University, or from Rhode Island College rather, Graham Buntiger. This is his second season with Newport Gulls. I'd like to announce another media ops assistant, Chris Dring from the Bryant University. And we were lucky enough for one of our players' sisters to come help us out. She's in high school, Mari Round. She's on our media tomorrow too. Let's give it up for Mari. Who operates all of our TrackMan and Synergy, Colby Mason. Let's give him a big shout out here. As part of our media team, he also operates our scoreboard and a lot of social media, Cole Baker from the University of Rhode Island. The man that keeps everybody engaged, pumped up, and the music that you hear, DJ John Belagama, DJ Bells. Another new addition to this year's team is running around, leading our grounds crew. There he is, Sean Alexander. Let's give him a big round of applause. Of course, we couldn't forget our PA announcer, Don O'Hanley, who's sitting up in his perch right now. He's over in the souvenir stand. You can probably hear us. Dan Carton helping us out. Thank you, Dan. And we also have a few members of our mascot team. I don't know if he's out here right now, but he's our supervisor and son of our vice president, Chris Patsos, Derek Patsos. Let's give him a big round of applause. Come on, Peter. He's been a host family for a number of years. He also helps us out with our mascot staff. Let's give Aiden Grinnell a big round of applause. He's in the section stand right now, but Evan Luther has been with us for a number of years, helps us out now, as well as our mascot staff. So let's give him a round of applause too. Our photographer, John Dillard, been with us for nearly a decade. He's running right behind me here. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Assisting Tom Lehman is his assistant director, Shannon Carlson. She's been with us for well over a decade as well. Thanks, Shannon. Last, certainly not least, I'd like to give a big shout out to our official scorer, Ryan Costa. And we'll save my assistant, Brooke Osmansky, for a ceremonial first pitch. Let's give a big round of applause for everybody here. I missed it because he's in a Star Wars costume here, but Ross Cooper is part of our mascot team. Thanks, Ross. Also, let's give a big round of applause again, guys. Thank you so much for everything you do. Good doing that. Now let's get ready for the starting lineups.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Welcome to Cardines Field. We'd like to mention the gate volunteers are from Scout Troop 3 of Newport, and the 50-50 raffle will benefit Scout Troop 3. The New England Collegiate Baseball League presents the Vermont Mountaineers versus your Newport Gulls. Here are the starting lineups, sponsored by DAI Restore. For the visiting Mountaineers, leading off the shortstop, number 27, Tyler Cox of Dartmouth College in Los Angeles, California. Batting second, the designated hitter, number 10, Tom Jostek of the University of Central Florida. He's from Orlando. Batting third, the first baseman, number 11, Mark Torra of the College of William and Mary. He's from Cranberry Township, Pennsylvania. Batting fourth, the third baseman, number 6, Santino Rosso of Oxford University in Rochester, New York. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 41, Nick Novarangelo of Endicott College in Taunton, Massachusetts. Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 45.
On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z. Zephyr makes hats for over 800 colleges and channels that same energy and creativity into building custom hats of all types for pro sports teams, clothing brands, and companies everywhere. Make sure you pick up your Newport Gulls official on-field cap today.
The law firm of Halloran Sage is proud to partner with the Newport Gulls for a season-long and, dare I say, epic battle for the Halloran Sage Cup. The Newport Gulls, the Mystic Schooners, the Bristol Blues, the Danbury Westerners, and the Valley Blue Sox are all in contention for the title. Halloran Sage is proud to support the NECBL teams and the Aquidneck Island community. We wish the players a successful, competitive, healthy, enjoyable season. And to the fans, enjoy the game. Play ball.
For the performance of our national anthem. The American flag is over the first base line entrance. Here to perform is Robin Hathaway, a native of Rhode Island. She's won many awards throughout Rhode Island and the region, and we're lucky to have her here perform with us.
See by the dawn's early light, for the so proudly we the twilights path we broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. Oh, ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets red glare, the bombs bursting in air, came through the night, that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh, the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Thank you, Robin. Now let's get ready to play some baseball.
Inching closer to first pitch here at Cardines Field, the 26-13 Newport Gulls, the 30-9 Vermont Mountaineers going at it. And Noah, we touched upon it a little bit of unfamiliar territory for Vermont. There's been a lot of ups, not too many downs, at least until these last 3 games where the Mountaineers have dropped 3 in a row. How will Vermont look 1 through 9 here in this batting order this afternoon as they try to snap that 3-game skid and get back on track against a Newport team looking to bounce back from a loss themselves?
Yeah, well, this is a huge game for the Mountaineers. As you mentioned, trying to get back into that win column, especially heading into the All-Star break, it would be a huge momentum boost, and we'll go through. It'll look like this. Leading it off, Tyler Cox. He's at shortstop today. Hitting second, Tom Jostin is the designated hitter. Mark Trotta, wearing number 11, is at first base. He's hitting third. Hitting fourth, Santino Russo is at third. Nick Notarangelo hitting in the 5-hole. He's in right field. Hitting it in sixth tonight, Jerry Syracuse back into the lineup for the first time in a few days here. Great to have him back. He'll be in center. Jack Cohn is in the 7-hole left field. Cameron Gill, the 8-hitter, he's catching. And Shane Lassier will round it out. He will be at second base.
Early start, 3 o'clock, the third to last home game here at Cardines Fields. Goals are set to take the field here for the first time. Managers exchanging lineup cards. And Newport will take the field here for a second straight day playing at Cardines Field. It's the first time all year that you can say that. Goals in their home whites. Let's show you how Newport will look as they take the field in pursuit of a bounce-back victory against the number 1 team in the NECBL. Left to right across the outfield. Colton Freeman is in left. Spencer Smith in center. Alec Makarevich is in right. Left to right across the infield, it is Slade Alford at third. Josh Kuroda-Grauer with a monstrous 4-for-4, 3-double performance yesterday. He is at shortstop. Luke Beckstein is at second. Noah Martinez at first. And Jake Burley, the battery mate for the Penn State Nittany Lion, Chase Renner. He makes his 7th appearance this summer. Second as a start. Pitched 13 innings in a Newport uniform. A 2-0 record, an ERA of 9. 1 save, 13 innings pitched, 21 strikeouts. And that compared to just 10 walks. An ERA that isn't, I'm sure, where he'd like it to be, but when you look at these last 3 outings for Chase, the Albertus, Pennsylvania native has pitched over 6 innings, allowing just 3 runs, 3 hits, and picked up the win in that pitcher's duel battle back on the 11th of July against the North Shore Navigators. That was a 3-1 final score. And before that was locked down in relief to help Newport pick up one of its 2 shutout victories against the Danbury Westerners. And, well, yesterday Newport had to go by committee to find a way to try to get the job done, losing in a shootout of a performance. And the Gulls, just like seemingly every team here in the NECBL, feeling a little bit of the depth. We are getting near the end of the regular season in the home stretch, and the Gulls have lost 3 of their starting pitchers to professional baseball, something that I think both teams are really just adapting to is how to deal with that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I know Carlos Torres, one of our starters, just went, as did Adam Retzbach. He was a catcher both from Lehigh University. And, you're absolutely right. Inning limits, college, coaches wanting their guys backs, the MLB draft, whatever it may be, we're seeing a lot of guys filtering it out. So who knows what we're going to get.
Set for baseball. Gulls are going for a season split with the Vermont Mountaineers. And you never know. These two could see each other in early mid-August. 2 of the best teams in the NECBL and 2 teams that are locks for the playoffs. First pitch, a fastball from Chase Renner to Tyler Cox, and we are underway from Newport. 83 degrees and sunny. First pitch coming in at 3:16 Eastern Time. The Ivy League Rookie of the Year flies it out in a no-man's land in right field, and that bloops down fair for a base hit. Well, Martinez, Beckstein, and Makarevich went after it, but it found a hole.
Yeah, just a little bit of miscommunication there. It looked like nobody really knew who wanted it. The first baseman turned around. He was looking for it. He said, hey, I can't see it anymore. It looked like he was kind of signaling for that one. And then it just dropped into no man's land, as you said, Zach.
That's one way to start a ball game. And, well, that is how Vermont started Game 1 of this season series. Game number 1 of the season, June the 7th, out at Montpelier Recreation Field. The Mountaineers struck for 5 right away in the bottom half of the first inning. Here's Tom Jostin. He was not a part of that game for Vermont. It is a different-looking lineup, as you would infer when these two teams haven't seen each other in about 6 weeks.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Tom Jostin, a late addition, but a great addition at that, Zach.
Designated hitter hitting second for this Vermont squad. Watches a strike. It's 1-1.
And Justin has really found his swing. 319 on the year, 3 home runs, 18 RBIs, hit a ball 395 in Sanford. So we know he has the ability to really crush it when he gets a hold of one.
23rd game in an Ears uniform. That pitch upstairs from Chase Renner. Now the Gulls would love 2, maybe 3 innings from Chase today. And Chase Allen, the Newport starter yesterday, went 2+, but Mystic came to play offensively. I think that's the best way you can put it. Cut on and missed on the off-speed. And so now a 2-2 count. 19 hits for the Schooners, 13 runs. That included 2 in the first, 3 in the second, 2 more in the third. And Newport was going punch for punch, but it was the Schooners that just kind of had the last laugh. Ended up pulling away, winning 13-9. Just last night here at Cardines Field, 33 hits between the teams. 22 runs. It was an offensive showdown between 2 teams that will be playing postseason baseball, as are the 2 today.
Well, you and I had very different games to call last night. It was 3-0 in a game against North Shore and only 12 combined hits.
Not a different game and a very different ballpark. Newport went to Frazier Field to play 3 games this season. This is a hitter-friendly ballpark. That is not.
No.
In Massachusetts,
No.
Frazier Field, the Gulls dropped a game 1-0, a game 4-1 at North Shore. And those are the 2 wins that the Navigators have over the Gulls this season. Pitch tails outside and away, 88-mile-per-hour fastball from the Nittany Lion. The count is run full.
You guys mentioned North Shore. Our good buddy Dugan Lloyd out there has been crushing it with the TikToks and everything of the sort lately. Been on an absolute social media tear, has Dugan.
Payoff pitch, runner goes. That is smacked. That went right off of the light pole. Well, not only did it hit the light pole, it went right off the middle of it and just came rolling back into the field of play.
And boy, Newport, I got to say right there, just dodged a bullet because, my goodness, that ball was headed deep to right field.
So we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Jostin watches ball 4. Well, it's the start Vermont was looking for. 2 batters come to the plate, and both reach to start the ball game.
Yeah, yesterday Vermont really struggled offensively. No matter what they tried to do, bunting, bloopers, anything, hard hit ground balls. Defensively, North Shore was there to play last night, and they just had some timely hits as well that got them a win. Vermont really, again, only 4 hits to speak of on the entire night. No runs.
Not an easy team to do that against. Over 265, the team batting average for this Vermont side, and they dropped 10 against Newport on opening night. A 10-1 final. The Mountaineers no-hit the Gulls. It was a real complete performance and kind of a wacky game. 5 in the first, and then Vermont didn't score again until the 8th when they added 5 more. Here comes the 1-0 to Mark Trotta, another guy facing Newport for the first time this summer, and it's quickly a 2-0 count.
Yeah, Mark Trotta from the College of William and Mary. He's got, well, I should say, had 2 teammates with us here. Jack Cohn is still with the team. Ben Williamson, who was one of the best players. He actually won Player of the Week in Week 1 of the NECBL this season, and was a huge part of that win against the Newport Gulls early in Game 1 of the season. But Trotta came in. He's been playing first base, and before Trotta came in, he's been kind of that go-to guy at first. 9 different players saw action at first base this year, so nice to have a little bit more of a rock there.
How about that? Newport has put really 3 guys at first all season. 9 for Vermont. That is outside. Burley's throw to second, and Kuroda Grau are able to keep it from getting in center. See if the Mountaineers will be aggressive here. 2 on to start the ball game. And, well, it's the heart of the order that'll try to give Vermont, for a second time against Newport, an early advantage.
Yeah, Tyler Cox is aggressive with whatever he does. He hit .402 for the Dartmouth Green this past year. Just a guy that won't hit the ball too far, but he'll hit it hard and make it work.
That's touched back to the backstop by Trotta. It's now 2-2. Gulls still looking for the first out of the ball game. For Chase Renner, it's really a 3-pitch mix that you can expect. Fastball, curveball, changeup mix. The fastball will sit around 89 miles per hour. Curveball, his second most used pitch, around 72. And right on cue, the curveball comes in, but it misses a bit upstairs to Trotta. And again, a full count.
Yeah, the tip of the cap to Burley down there. He framed that nicely. It was just, that's a tough pitch to take from Trotta on a 2-2 count, but nice job for leaving it alone.
And the payoff. Curveball, that's strike 3 called. Dipping into the top of the zone. Chase Renner. There is out number 1 of the ball game.
Yeah, Mark Trotta not happy with that one. You can see him, he just mouthed, that's the same spot that he thought. But regardless, called strike, and rightfully so. Just barely got him. So that'll bring up Santino Russo for the first time tonight.
One that Renner really needed. You go from 2 on and 1 out. If that's ball 4, it's the bases loaded and nobody out. So here is Rosso, the third baseman. Swings first pitch, bloops it into center. Back Kuroda Grauer, backpedaling, it gets over his head and down. The runner Cox had to wait, and the Gulls are going to get a force. Heads-up play in the outfield. Spencer Smith just gunned down Cox. Throwing a beauty there to Slade Alford, and there's 2 away.
Yeah, well, right there, you saw him kind of reach up, maybe try and get a bare hand, and unlucky for Vermont and very fortunate are the Gulls on that play. You see it just drop in right there, and then Tyler Cox, who's a speedy guy but didn't have a chance as it was shallow enough to just gun him out.
And, Zach, a phrase I'm going to go to early and often here. They don't ask how, they ask how many.
Only took a half inning to get there.
Personal favorite of mine, if you haven't noticed.
Nick Notarangelo, he'll look to keep this inning going for Vermont. Mountaineers 5-hitter. Still an opportunity with 2 on, but now 2 out. The Gulls trying to dance out of trouble in the first frame of this ball game. 80 miles per hour, little changeup action from Renner. Now a 1-1 count. A single, then a walk. That began the inning. And another bloop single from Rosso, but the Gulls found a way to still get an out of it.
And that's a common theme for the Mountaineers this year. You know, the home run ball has come as the season has progressed, but a lot of small ball, aggressive base running, and things like that have earned the Mountaineers 30 runs.
Cracked off the bat of Notarangelo, but just fouled down that right field line.
And no, that small ball kind of baseball is something that you see a lot of people getting away from. I think lately everyone loves to – I mean, the home run is definitely, I would say, the most exciting play in baseball and something that a lot of people like to chase, but I don't think people give enough credit to the small ball and the real art form that is putting together all those small ball runs.
On the ground to first, this one will stay fair. Martinez fields the flip, and the inning is over. Renner covers, and despite a threat, it's a 0 to begin the ball game. No score heading to the bottom of the first.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule.
Home half of the first coming up here at Cardines Fields. Little Saturday matinee special between two of the three best here in the NECBL, the Vermont Mountaineers and the Newport Gulls. Zach Letson, Noah McLean, Shane Briggs here along for the ride with you. And the Gulls will get their very first at-bats here tonight. And this is how Frank Holbrook's lineup will look as Newport goes for its 27th victory. Colton Freeman, he's a leadoff hitter for Newport playing in left field. Josh Crota-Grauer with an outstanding game yesterday, 4 for 4. He hits second and plays short. Colton Ledbetter hits third as a designated hitter. Slade Alford hits fourth, playing third base. Noah Martinez hits fifth at first. Alec Makarevich hits sixth, playing in right field. Spencer Smith hits seventh and plays in center. Luke Beckstein hits eighth and plays second. And Jake Burley rounds out the order, doing the catching and hitting ninth. And the Gulls, well, they'll go up against the Vermont starter. It is Chris Kaler that gets the ball here this afternoon.
Yeah, Christopher Kaler has thrown 31 and a third innings of work this summer, a 3.16 ERA with a 2-0 record coming into this one. He's got 33 strikeouts and only walked 9 batters, so he's no stranger to this Mountaineers starting spot.
Freeman swinging at the first pitch, bloops it into right. That ball just dropped. Lassier at second base had that one go right through his hands on the little bloop shot. And when it's going for you, it's going for you. Colton Freeman has been an on-base machine, and just made Lassier uncomfortable enough making that play where it fell to the dirt.
And that's a very rare mistake from this Mountaineers defense right there. Unlucky way to start, especially for Chris Kaler.
Now it's Josh Crota-Grauer. 4 hits, 3 of them doubles yesterday, and he squares around a bunt. Looking to become just the second player in the NECBL to record 50 hits this season. Take a guess at who the first is. That's the man on deck, Colton Ledbetter. The Gulls have the 2 hit leaders in the NECBL. JKG pops up the 0-1 into foul territory. Trotta giving chase in foul territory, and that one goes by his reach. That is now twice in the first 2 batters that the Gulls have kind of just caught a break.
Yeah, really, that one, Mark Trotta, we've seen him be very good over on that first base line. He's made a couple of diving plays in foul territory. You watch it again, goes over, extends, almost gets it, but just drops out of reach, and just a long strike.
Battling the sun, here we sit in the mid-afternoon, and An extra life for JKG. On the ground to second, kind of took a weird hop. Lassier to second for one on to first. It's not going to be in time. Fielder's choice for Kuroda Grauer. And now one on with one out.
Yeah, well, I thought the way that things had started here that ball was going to get away from Lassier. It took a weird hop. Lassier was able to get it, got the lead runner. Didn't get it at first, but Mark Trotta did a nice job keeping it in front, and that's how we'll stand.
Right where the grass meets the dirt. And fortunately, his reflexes were quick enough, fortunately, for the Vermont Mountaineers. So now one on with one out for Colton Ledbetter, Newport's designated hitter. He will be participating in all the festivities tomorrow in the 2022 NECBL All-Star Game. First, the Home Run Derby. A well-deserved honor. He's tied for the league lead with 10 homers. Then he'll be playing in the game starting in center field coming up at 5 o'clock. One of 3 goals that'll be starting in that game tomorrow. And that pitch outside. Change up out of the arm of Kaler. Now 1 on the count.
Yeah, Kaler missing outside on the changeup. That changeup has been productive this year, though. He's gotten hitters to chase, especially on that outside.
380 average for Ledbetter. And as mentioned, his 52 hits are the most in the league. And now a 2-1 count. 2 more for Colton last night. Also reached on a walk. He has not sat all season for the Newport Gulls. Newport's played 40 games. Ledbetter's played 40 games.
Workhorse. One word.
And now a 3-1 count. Top 5 in the NECBL in the walk category as well. He's got 26. Another ball away from a 27th. Cracked the other way into left, tailing and foul. Vermont was playing a shift over to the right side. That could have been real trouble. Fortunately for the Mountaineers, it did not stay fair.
Yeah, that was very fortunate for Vermont. That ball was headed right down that line, flirting foul fair. Ended up bouncing foul, and the Mountaineers just caught a bye there.
So we'll do it again. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Ledbetter. And Newport has dominated in the first inning here at home. Offensively, it has been an inning to remember. If you show up late, you might miss something great here at Guardians Fields. That's foul tipped into the mitt for a strike. And a big out number 2.
Yeah, big strikeout there for Chris Kaler. He is a guy, again, he came into this one 33 strikeouts, make it 44 now, or 34 rather. And now just has to get the last out any way you can.
It is Slade Alford here up with 2 down and JKG at first. And Shade with a breaking ball from Kaler for ball 1. Slate not too far behind Ledbetter in really all the offensive categories. 331 batting average. 5 long balls, 28 RBIs. And now a 2-0 count to the Mississippi State third baseman. Slotting as a DH tomorrow at Martha's Vineyard. And the top one, the starting one at that for the South All-Stars. For to check in over on Kuroda Grauer, we saw the Mystic Schooners become very concerned with Kuroda Grauer and his speed as he was on the base paths 5 different times over the course of the game.
Yeah, something tells me that these Mountaineers saw the scouting report from that one.
Well, it may not matter. If Alford gets a ball 4, JKG will get to walk to second base. 3 balls and no strikes, the count to Slate. He's got 16 walks on the season. And there's a strike. Now 3-1. Kaler trying to work his way back. That's what he did against Ledbetter. 86 miles per hour on that outer part of the zone. Fastball's in there for a strike. Well, Slade has taken all 5 pitches of the at-bat, and Kaler has battled back to run it full.
Yeah, Kaler doing a nice job. Didn't get intimidated. He got 2 outs after a little bit of a shaky start defensively for Vermont. Was down 3-0. Now has fired 2 strikes in there and 1 strike away from getting himself out of here.
Kuroda Grauer on first. Here's the pitch. And Alford stays alive. This is what Newport's done. They've worked at bats. That's why Newport's been not only just seeing the ball a lot better here in the month of July since the turn of a new month. Hitting about 300, 299 since July began. That's in 20 games. You're talking about nearly 200 hits as a club. 9 runs for the Gulls last night right here. And flown out again by Slate. This battle will continue. All for the big reason why Newport's been successful offensively in the month of July. 391 batting average. Now you tack on 11 extra base hits out of the 27 total that he's had. 2 homers and 19 ribbies coming here in July. Another 3-2. Crack to third and caught on a line. That ends the inning, and Vermont gets out of it. No score heading to the second.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information.
Volunteer Appreciation Night, we have 3 of our volunteers doing the donut eating contest, brought to you by Bon's Donuts. Today we have Nick, Zach, and Shane seeing who can get the most of their donut. Are you guys ready? On your mark, get set, go!
Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams...
Back on the NECBL network, no score heading to the top of the second. Here between Newport and Vermont. Both teams with opportunities. But neither side able to start the scoring. Caught on and missed from Jerry Syracuse, 6, 7, and 8 here for the Mountaineers to face Chase Renner. Popped a mile in the air and deep in the left. Ranging back is Freeman, and he gives way to Smith. All the way back there, and there's out number 1.
Yeah, it looked like over there on left, Freeman, I think he lost it because he looked all the way over to his center fielder, Smith, who called him off, said, hey, I got you here. I was able to see it a little bit better. And Jerry Syracuse is retired on his first at-bat back with the Vermont Mountaineers after dealing with some back injuries. So good to see him back in the lineup.
Now it's Jack Cohn, the left fielder. And all the starts of the inning Renner wanted. It was the first 2 guys that reached for Vermont in the top of the first before he was able to escape trouble. This is the second start of the summer for the Penn State Nittany Lion. Newport has had to go by committee really the last handful of games to try to get wins. Both games against Martha's Vineyard. Then the game against Ocean State on Thursday. Seamus Barrett goes 5 in relief. No runs, 9 strikeouts. And then, well, tonight Newport had to put a cast of characters out to pitch. Rocked off the bat of Cone, but just foul. And I'll look out, the Vermont first base coach doing a little trot to avoid that one.
Yeah, my goodness. Matt Elliott doing a hop, skip, and a jump to get away.
Whew, gentlemen, I believe I finally collected myself from that donut eating contest.
I was going to say.
We apologize for joining a hair late back here for the top of the second. Myself, Zach Letson, Shane Briggs to my right, and Nick, another one of our interns here. We had the Moz donut eating competition that's done regularly by fans here in attendance, but it is intern day, so the interns are doing all the games. And, well, when we found out when it was going to be, we knew, as that pitch down low in the dirt to Cameron Gill, we knew that had to be us, Shane.
Yeah, I'm not going to be shy about it. I've been nagging our good friend Brian here for the longest to be a part of that contest, and I think I could say it paid off.
Oh yeah.
I think I was declared the winner.
Well, I'll tell you this. I don't know if we could show the donut on screen. But
yeah, I'll bust out what I have left of mine.
This thing is colossal, and Shane Briggs, ladies and gentlemen, in 30 seconds finished half of that thing. Gill into right off the inner part of the bat, and that's the third base hit for Vermont. And the inning will keep on going.
One heck of a donut, by the way, Zach. Thank you. Massive thank you to Mott's Donuts. Let me see if I can prop this up for you folks
just
here.
Look at that.
That's
in 30 seconds, folks. Shane Briggs went through half of that thing.
Oh, my
Joey
gosh.
Chestnut who?
Exactly.
Well, you guys told me it was a donut eating contest. I said, all right, I'm in. I want to get in on this. And then you told me it was bigger than 5-year-old kids' heads. And I said, on second thought, I think the Chick-fil-A was enough for me this morning. So, man.
Whew. That's usually the age range of who does the competitions. You're talking about 8, 9, 10-year-olds. Then you factor in
interns.
Right. Sitting around, 2021. And, well, nobody could beat Shane. I tried my darndest, and I couldn't.
I would also like to thank everyone who bet on me and believed in me. It was declared pretty early on that my good friend Nick, my competitor, was the favorite.
Right. He was the odds-on favorite.
Yeah, by a mile, I was told. Told I had no chance, but huge thank you to everybody for believing in me.
It's a comeback story.
Shane Briggs championship. Shane Lassier, the 9-hitter, up here with 2 away, and treated with a breaking ball. That's the end of the inning. Chase Renner. It's another strikeout and another 0 on the board. Heading to the home half of the second. Still no score at Cardines Field.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, And subscribe on youtube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews.
We go to the bottom of the second. No score here at Cardines Field. Glad you can be with us. A Saturday, 3 o'clock start. That is, well, different from what we are accustomed to here at Cardines Field. It's typically a Monday, Wednesday, Friday schedule, 6:35 ball games. And here we are, two of the top 3 teams in the league going at it on a Saturday afternoon. 5, 6, and 7 for Newport to try to break the ice and start the scoring. Noah Martinez looks at a first pitch ball from Kaler.
Tell you what, not much better you can get for a day for baseball.
Clear skies. That's about all I can ask for. Sitting around the mid-80s. It's been heating up here over the past week in Newport. We had a doubleheader, Newport did, with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks on Wednesday. Now a 3-0 count to Martinez.
Boy, you should see my tan lines from that one.
That one was as hot as this, maybe even hotter. And, well, 2 fantastic games with one of the NECBL's elite, a team that Vermont has also seen on this road trip. And Martinez has earned a 4-pitch walk.
Come on down, big fella.
The Panda, as they call him. Isn't that right, Shane?
Something like that, yeah. Lucky enough to interview him before yesterday in our pregame show, and a nickname that he was able to break down for me. So definitely a fun one. Definitely one that has some fun memories for him back in his middle and high school days. Not the only animal nickname on this team either. We have Moose in Seamus Barrett. A lot of fun with the nicknames out here.
AMAC, the nickname for Alec Makarevich. He's ahead a ball and no strikes. 5 balls in a row to begin this bottom of the second for Chris Kaler. Cracked right side and through. AMAC with the first hit of the ball game for the Gulls. First and second. Here with nobody out in the second. Newport threatening.
Martinez, a guy, I think I made this same comment last night, but not a guy who's, running a ton on the base paths, not always moving like that, but when he slides, man, is it a thing of beauty. Got some style in that thing.
Oh, we saw that last night,
yeah.
I believe. A RBI double for Martinez, and what was a great first inning for Newport. 5 runs on the board. Back and forth, punch for punch, blow for blow battle for the Mystic Schooners, who were also in action early on here on Saturday afternoon. Out at Dodd Stadium, an early 12 o'clock start, and a ball game that has already gone final against the North Adams Steeplecats.
7-4 final. That was quick. Big win for Scoonie Tunes, the Scoonie Nation, the Scoon squad out there in Mystic.
On the Coastal Division, you do not get a break. Every single team can beat up on each other any given night. Spencer Smith flies out the 0-1, shallow into the outfield, running to his right, and making the catch is Rosso. Communication was needed, and it was made for the Mountaineers there to get the out.
Yeah, it looked like Santino Rosso was ranging over to his right. As you mentioned, Tyler Cox also came over. Rosso said, I got it, and luckily for us here at Mountaineers, we've already seen one drop over at first base and then one in foul territory. But Rosso said, okay, guys, let's settle in here. Got the first out of the inning.
Here's Luke Beckstein. 2 on, and now 1 out for the Gulls. Caught on and missed. Veering towards the off speed, 77 miles per hour. And Beck was clearly sitting fastball.
Yeah, a little bit out ahead of that one. And again, there's that off speed that we talked about from Kaler. It's been very good. And that outside pitch again.
There's the 0-1. Cracked down the left field line and foul. Look out, our photographer John just able to get out of the way. Got to be quick. If you're down that third base line, especially with minimal foul territory here at Cardines, got to keep your head on a swivel.
Zach, I feel like we say this every time that the foul territory is mentioned here at Cardines, but just such an interestingly framed ballpark.
You got 2 dugouts on the right side. You got really just a handful of feet on the left side. in foul territory.
And then an outfield that we've deemed, I think, almost shaped like a gull's foot. Just a little bit of a webbed action out there with how jagged it is.
It is sharp bends and turns in the outfield here at Cardines, but a ballpark that is friendly if you're a hitter. That's what the stats will tell you. Gulls looking to get the first run of the ball game here against the top team record-wise in the NECBL. And the 1-2. Flown back off of the net. And Beckstein, the Northeastern Husky second baseman, staying alive.
Got to be careful while you're on the on-deck circle as well here at Cardines Field. That one almost knocking up down there. It looks like the leadoff man, Freeman.
Martinez on second, Makarevich on first. Another 1-2. Float out, foul yet again. Beckstein forcing Kaler to work here, wasting potential strike three, pitch after pitch.
Yeah, he's really doing a nice job right now, fouling everything away, not giving Kaler anything easy.
16 hits on the summer for Beck. It's a .213 average, 7 RBIs to boot. And just went out and got a piece of that ball. That, not easy to do. That's, well, kind of just a definition of protecting the plate, right? You got 2 strikes and a ball that maybe, when it's all said and done, isn't in the zone, but protecting the zone enough to stay alive.
Yeah, Cameron Gill was going there. He was reaching out. He's great, a defensive catcher that has a lot of capability to steal strikes. So nice job again from Beckstein to steal it.
Another 1-2 on the way. And you guessed it, folks. It's another foul ball.
Almost identical to the last one, coming right back to us once again.
I mean, this is quite the at-bat.
Well, luckily we're not at Winnipesaukee today with foul balls.
You know, we went to Robbie Mills Field, and one of the first things that the Scrats and their staff told me was the story about that foul ball that got you on the chest.
Yes.
And that you were a champ. You took it like a champ. Beckstein watches strike three. Inside part of the plate. Kaler buckled him. That's a big-time second out.
Yeah, that's huge for Chris Kaler. And obviously Beckstein, tip of the cap to him before he goes back to the dugout because he did a wonderful job fighting away everything close. Kaler comes back, gets another strikeout, and now there's 2 away after the Newport Gulls had runners on first and second with nobody away.
It's up to Jake Burley, Newport catcher, hitting 9th.
And a guy, no stranger of late to having a couple guys on for him.
Cut on and missed. A grand slam for Burley. That came on Thursday night out at Old Mountain Fields. That was the catalyst, the engine for what was an offensive surge. And, well, just a great night for the Bats. A 13-5 victory against Newport's Rhode Island rivals, the Ocean State Waves. Now a 1-1 count to Burles.
And that's the only place that I actually have not been to in the NECBL. And I grew up coming to Rhode Island. I used to come to Gulls games when I was a kid, so I've been here a few times, was here for the All-Star game, but headed over there for the Ocean State game after this one, so I'm excited.
That's pretty nice. Got a 3 o'clock game. You got enough time to go to a game afterwards.
Exactly.
Now a 1-2 count to Burley, catcher out of Brown University. Hollister, California native. Had a lot of some Cali representation on this team. Burley at the plate. Freeman on deck. He's from Laguna Beach. And both Ivy League members. 1-2. Outside. Now the Deuces have run wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs with 2 on in the bottom of the second.
Wow. It's a lot of deuces.
Martinez walked. He's on second. Makarevich singled to follow him. He's on first. Here's the 2-2. Flown into right. Plenty of room for Notarangelo to end the inning. Newport threatens again. 2 runners on, but trouble averted for Kaler. We remain scoreless here at Cardines Field as we head to the third on the NECBL Network.
Broadcast Network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the favorite.
Heading to the third here at Cardines Field, no score, and Chase Renner back out on the mound for Newport, facing the top of this Vermont order, and Tyler Cox. First pitch is flown out of play. One thing we touched upon, both teams sporting Dartmouth Big Green members as their leadoff hitters. And that one got Cox. Did it get him on the arm? Now, the question becomes, did he go around on that swing? It was awfully close. Jake Burley certainly thinks so. Kind of a close play. It got right up there, kind of near the hand, near the nose, near the knob of the bat, rather. Get a look at the replay. Awfully close. Clear that it hit him. I don't think that's debatable. The question is that a swinging strike?
Yeah, that's one of those plays that's so hard, especially for a hitter, because, you know, you come in and obviously a guy is trying to protect himself. Cox realized it was coming inside, kind of took it back, but close play.
So now it's Tom Jostin as Vermont has ducks on the pond yet again. All 3 innings, they have at least established a threat. And Newport's done the same. Either team has been able to find that breakthrough moment to push the door down and get the scoring started.
You know, I think that's going to be really the key here, Zach, because it's going to be a matter of who makes a mistake or who is able to take advantage of that 1 or 2 bloop hits.
In for a strike. I talked with Ted Regan before the game, Newport hitting coach, and, well, someone that will emphasize the importance of situational hitting and leaving runners on base. And while Newport has improved over the course of the season in that category, the Gulls left 12 on in that 13-9 loss last night to Mystic. And, well, that was really a main reason in why the game went the way it did. Hard to blame the offense, though, and you put up 9 runs and 14 hits and still fall short.
Yeah, it's a conniption for sure. It's not something that it's not exactly a place you want to blame the offense, but you also don't want to take it all out on the pitching staff. There is definitely, and the defense, there's plenty of, you win as a team, you lose as a team. There's shortcomings all the way around.
Dominic Parachi, Jake Garland, Colin Lowe, all headed to professional ball. Newport will now adapt as that strike 3 calls. Trace Renner gets another one. And that is what he's done. Has had to deal with adversity, but has dealt with it well.
Yeah, he's fallen behind a couple times, as has Chris Kaler, and both the pitchers tonight found themselves in a little bit of trouble early on, but they've been able to get their defense some routine plays, and the defense has helped them out so far.
4 strikeouts for the Nittany Lion righty. Now 2 1/3 complete, 3 hits, and most importantly, big ol' 0 in the run column. Mark Trana, the 3-hitter for Vermont, digs in from the right side. Watches the first pitch, ball missed low. 87 on the gun from Renner. Mentioned fastball, curveball. That's what you can really expect. And there the fastball. Burley will check in over at first. And Tyler Cox back in with plenty of time.
Yeah, well, Burley showing off the good arm, the aggressive throw down to first base. Cox was a little bit off of first, and Burley already tried to throw down to second when Cox was there. So he's really seeing something that Cox is leading off enough for him to want to throw down.
2-0 pitch. Now 3 balls and no strikes to the dangerous 3-hitter. 352, the batting average for Mark Trana. Home run, 15 RBIs. And, well, someone I'd imagine you don't want to miss your spot against.
No.
That is ball 4, a 4-pitch walk to the 3-hitter. And once again, the Mountaineers threatening now with 2 on and still just 1 out.
Yeah, and now Santino Russo, who's the switch hitter from Hofstra. He usually hits from the left side, but we also will see him switch over. We saw it last night. Later in the game, he switched over. Obviously, it's a matchup thing. It always is. Santino Russo very good about realizing when he should switch over. But again, looking to try and drive in a run or at least advance the runners here for Vermont.
Rosso already a single today. Vermont has 3 hits as a team. And, well, that is a 5th consecutive ball for Renner. And Burley will have a discussion with him, probably just to calm the nerves. Renner, not a guy that has gone really extended relief this season. His cap's out at 2 2/3. He's an out away from matching that. But Newport has had to ask guys to stretch. You lose 3 of your starting pitchers, whatever team it is, that's just how things are going to go.
Yeah, it really is. And it's hard, and now you start having to rely on guys that aren't used to coming into that role. And, again, we're seeing it right here, and he's done a wonderful job so far.
Looking for another 0. Rosso watches ball 2. And these Mountaineers are 30-9 because they're not going to beat themselves. If you miss a spot, they're not really going to, well, go chasing after it. And you have to come to them, and you have to beat them. Rosso in a right, caught by Martinez, going to second. That's 2. Wow. And the inning is over. Newport somehow, some way gets out of it. Chase Renner, a smile on his face. Hits another 0 on the board. Heading to the bottom of the 3rd. No score here on the NECBL Broadcasting Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
Back at Cardians Field, Newport escaping again in the top half of this inning. Marvelous double play turned by Noah Martinez keeps us scoreless, and the Gulls will try to take their first lead, score the first runs with the heart of their order, beginning with Colton Freeman. A massive swing on the first pitch of the inning, but he cut on and missed on it.
Yeah, way out ahead of that one is, again, Kaler. We've talked about it twice already in this game, and I'll say it again. Hate to sound like a broken record, but that off-speed's so good.
1-1 now the count to Freeman. 3 hits on the day for Vermont, just 1 for Newport. And now 40 pitches into the outing for the Vermont starter. Back to that off-speed again, and, well, that's kind of been his bread and butter.
Yeah,
you put up a fastball to Newport, they can punish it. The off-speed maybe takes some time to get used to.
Yeah, you're exactly right. The cutter is one, and obviously that off-speed, whatever it's coming in as form, is that one. It rings him up. Another strikeout for Kaler.
Turning it up to 85 that time. And that right there is how you keep a good hitter off balance.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You know, he is relying a lot on that off-speed. We've seen the breaking ball. We've seen the changeup. We've seen the different things, and then the fastball gets him to go down.
Now it's Josh Kuroda-Grauer, 1 down, and the base is empty for Newport. He reached on a fielder's choice back in the first inning. And, yeah, still in search to become the second player in the NECBL to reach the 50-hit club. Off speed yet again. It's 1-1.
Kaler seems to really be in a zone right now. He is just relying on that off speed. We've said it twice and just continues to go to it.
Another cut and a miss. Another foul tip. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. Continues to work, and he continues to go back to it. Now 1 ball, 2 strikes the count to the Rutgers Scarlet Knight shortstop. Smoke down the left field line, that is just foul by a whisker. And into the Newport bullpen, where Liam Levangie is pretty pumped to get that foul ball.
It looks like a 4-year-old, or when the foul ball goes into the stands, it's like, hey, look what I got. You're never too old to get a baseball.
Caromed right off of the wall. Another 1-2, and that tails outside of JKG. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count here, 1 down, bottom of the third. We've yet to see a run, which is different from how these home games have typically gone, at least of late here at Cardians. 2-2, crack left side, there it is. A 50-hit summer for Josh Kuroda-Grauer. And it is the second Newport hit of the ball game, now 1 on with 1 out. For the other member of the 50-hit club, it's Colton Ledbetter.
Golly. You want to talk about dangerous. Unbelievable.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. You got to give credit where credit is due. And right there, we're just seeing just a great hitter. And it doesn't matter if you're the opposing broadcaster, opposing team, got to recognize when it's there.
It's now 5 hits in the last 2 games for JKG. Ledbetter swinging first pitch, pops it a mile. And no play for Santino Rosso as that finds America's Cup Avenue.
And Jack Cohn just went through that little gap over there all the way out of play, kind of ducking behind that fence line.
Now, there is a little space there that will actually lead to a fence that opens up to a street. And that's how we have police cars, fire trucks, all of those things come onto the field for our pregame ceremonies here at Cardians Fields. And the 0-1. Off speed and a touch upstairs to Ledbetter.
Speaking of the street here in Newport, my goodness, right behind us, like Main Street here, the 4-way intersection, it's crazy.
West Marlboro Street to the right, America's Cup Avenue to the left, and the ocean right behind us. Ledbetter underneath it. It's to the shortstop, Cox. And there's 2 away.
Yeah, well, I think Tyler Cox probably could have pulled out his phone, sent a text message, and then caught it with how high that ball was hit. My goodness.
Kaler looking to escape another threat. And it is the dangerous all-star starting designated hitter, Slade Alford.
The Mountaineers are going to rely heavily on Kaler, probably looking to go 5 through 7, somewhere in that range. He did go all 7 of the doubleheader his last time he went.
JKG goes. Throw to second is not in time and out of the glove of Lassier. And JKG has a stolen back.
And that'll make all the difference here with 2 outs. That puts a man right in scoring position, and a man like JKG with the wheels that he has is just exponentially more dangerous. If Slate can find a way to put one into the outfield, it's who knows what could happen from there.
Well, Kaler checked in on JKG numerous times when he reached in the first. And this time, he goes and swipes it back. 1-0 to Alford. Big cut and a miss. And, well, what pitch was it? Off speed yet again.
Who would have thunk it?
No, I wouldn't have.
It is the bread and butter for Kaler. It's been money today. Trying to go 3 innings to start the ball game without allowing a run. Now a check-in over on Kuroda Grauer. He's kind of dancing there off of second base. You get a look on your screen, touch the bag, and then was immediately off of it. And a long pause here for the righty. To the righty, Slade Alford. In the dirt. And, well, you know Kuroda Grauer was thinking about third, but Gill was out ahead of it with enough time.
Yeah, Gill did a nice job. Again, we talked about a great defensive catcher from Wofford College, a very new addition to this Vermont squad, and he's done a wonderful job behind the dish.
Oh for 1 so far for Slate, hitting .328 this summer for Newport. Cracked back into center. Right on a line and only having to move a step in, Syracuse, and the inning is over. Another hit for Newport, but another 0 on the scoreboard for Vermont. I'll hand things over to Noah for 4, 5, and 6 when we return. 0-0 the score here at Cardines Field.
Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Noel McLean, Zach Leston, Shane Briggs with you here from Cardines Field in Newport, as it will be Nick Notarangelo leading off for the Mountaineers. Strike one is how we start off the fourth. Still no score, and we've had a very interesting ball game to start this one off.
Well, we have. Absolutely. No score, but plenty of, well, interesting fireworks, I guess you could say, really throughout the day. Saturday afternoon, intern day, volunteer appreciation day, and so we are pleased to be joined by our broadcast director here for the Newport Gulls in Tom Lima. He's up here with us in the booth. And, well, Tom, how are you today?
I'm very well, thank you. Turn that gain up a little bit. There we
go. All right. Little four-man booth here. Why not?
This one is ripped out to left, going back and making the catch. Only had to move a little bit over was Freeman, and 1 up, 1 down for the Mountaineers. And that's been a fairly routine play out there in left for Freeman. He's done a nice job today. So now Jerry Syracuse, the guy who just returned to this Mountaineers lineup, an NECBL All-Star, one of many that will be headed to the Vineyard tomorrow. He takes ball one just off the outside edge.
Tom, you've been here really since the evolution of broadcasting when it started for the Newport Gulls. How have things, I guess, evolved and changed for you? We're now going on 2 decades that Newport has played here at Cardines Fields. How do you look at how this experience has been for you?
Well, the biggest thing in my mind, again, is the internship program. 10, 20 years ago, there was no internship program. Everything was run by volunteers, community volunteers, public access volunteers for local access cable.
1-2 is cut on. That's grounded over the shortstop. Throw on to first is in time. Syracuse is down, and a nice play by Kuroda Grauer to retire Syracuse.
And nowadays, really the internship program runs the entire media department, much like not only for the Gulls, but in most of the summer college teams throughout our league and the country. It's really about getting those reps, as you say. Pause for the pitch.
Jack Cohn stepping in from the left side from the College of William and Mary. And, I can't agree more with you on that point. So much of the volunteer work and everything is done to really make this league go so smoothly. I may be a little bit biased as a broadcaster here, but I grew up around the Mountaineers and around the NECBL, and it's my favorite league around. Can't get much better than this summer baseball in a great part of the country. As Jack Cohn, the 2-0, is grounded foul, just a little bouncer towards that Newport dugout.
I mean, it really speaks to the internship programs. I mean, what college students attempt to do here is, much like the players on the field, you're all trying to make it as yourselves as well and show off your talents and skills.
Well, we certainly have a great opportunity to do so. I know certainly these guys do here. It's a wonderful setup here, and, of course, as always, thank you guys for having me. We have 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 away to Jack Cohn. As that one ducks downstairs, and a 2-out walk will be issued. So Jack Cohn will take a freebie.
Yeah, and it's all really, thanks to Tom and to Shannon Carlson, who's downstairs pressing all the buttons. They have really made this engine go. We have 2 cameras out on the above the dugout. We have another one out in left field, 1 behind the plate, 1 in the outfield. You're talking about a 6, sometimes 7 camera operation. It really is professional, and so to be a part of it for the last couple of years, I've been really super grateful for it.
First pitch to Cameron Gill is popped up, as that one will go out of play and head towards the road and the water like we were just talking about. But, it's really wonderful. I know you had an opportunity to work with Quinton Pelzel last year, both in the regular season and then the NECBL All-Star game. I was here for that. You guys did a wonderful job. As that one ducks away, and that will send Jack Cohn, as that one got all the way to the backstop. So Jack Cohn down to second. But I feel like these 2 organizations do a wonderful job. We're both very fortunate here, and it speaks high because it gives a lot of opportunities to all the interns, no matter what position they are in.
Yeah, and like you said, an amazing opportunity, something that I didn't entirely know was out there. This is something that I was lucky enough kind of to stumble into, and every day that I've been here has just been absolutely awesome. Between getting to, like, camera 1, what my good friend Caden Charpentier is working on right now, something as simple as camera work, but being that close to the action.
Hard hit ball over to the shortstop, throw on to first, coming off the bag, but lands right on it is the first baseman Martinez, and that will do it for the inning. So still no score. We'll send it to the bottom of the 4th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here in Newport, Rhode Island today. 82 degrees, bright sunshine. The humidity levels are through the roof up here. We are fortunate enough to be under a little bit of shade as first pitch comes in a swinging strike. Noah Martinez, the first baseman, who just ended the inning on a nice leaping play to keep it scoreless. Chris Kaler out for another inning of work. He's hoping to do the same here. So no balls in a strike. The delivery ripped down that first base line. Look out, but it'll go foul. We've seen a lot of those, mostly down the third base side, but now that's 2 or 3 that have gone down that first base line as well.
Yeah, some that have come very close to being fair, maybe being extra bases. But this has been a game that's really been about the starting pitchers. I've been really impressed with Chase Renner for Newport. And we did get a look at the bullpen, and it was Peter Sakalaris warming up.
This one is grounded over to Lassier at second. He picks it up, throws on to first. And there's 1 up, 1 down. And the 4th inning, the top and the bottom have started the same way. 1 up, 1 down. So now that will bring up Alec Makarevich. And he will step in from the left side. Again, a lot of these Newport hitters stand very tall, very proud in the batter's box. Kaler continuing his inning of work is, again, down that first base line, fouled away.
And Amac's so dangerous because he is a switch hitter on this Gulls team, and one of a couple that Newport has had in 2022. Only been Amac and Sam Kulasingam.
Swing and a miss at the fastball from Kaler. Caught the outside edge. So now we will have to see some protection as this one grounded, chopped foul down that first base line again. And if you're hitting it to the same spot, at least doing something right here.
And Noah, you asked for it. Amac delivered. There's that protection of the plate with those 2 strikes he's got.
Kaler with a long look in, now delivers. This one is ripped out to center field. Going back, that'll be off the wall. And it will be at least a double. Here comes the throw, bouncing to Tyler Cox. And there is the Newport, I assume, probably the regular on second base, the flapping of the wings. And Amac is aboard with a double to start things off.
Welcome back, Amac. I mean, this is a guy that is such a spark plug in the order. And to have him down, I mean, he's been a guy, you can put him 6th, 7th in the order. He had a 15-game hitting streak earlier in this season. When you have that good of a threat, that good of a weapon down in the order, you really become such a dangerous offense.
And, Zach, could you call that the return of the Mac?
There you go.
I think the only person that probably had more of a stretch than that was Ryan Ignafo from Upper Valley, who reached for 25 consecutive games, an unbelievable stretch. And he, obviously, another guy out there on second base right now, just a wonderful hitter. So now it will be Smith here. Spencer Smith swings and pops this one out to left center, ranging back, looking up. It's going to drop, being waved home. The run will score. And in there with a RBI double is Smith, and the Newport Gulls have struck first here.
And that deep fly ball to left center is something that Spencer Smith loves to do. I feel like it might be the one thing he dislikes about playing here at Cardines is that deep left center field. that is probably the third time in the last week that we've seen him put one all the way out there and have it be just shy of that deep wall.
That one just bounced short of the wall, and neither Jack Cohn or Jerry Siracusa could get a handle on that one, as we're going to get a quick meeting on the mound between Kaler, the pitching coach, Matt Elliott, and Cameron Gill, as Evan Fox is trotting down, and we're most likely going to start to see some action in the bullpen here from Vermont. Because, well, Zach, you know, and Shane, you know, neither of you have to hear me talk about it. This Newport team, if given the opportunity, like Vermont, will run away with it if given the opportunity.
Absolutely. I mean, it's been an offense that has been scorching hot. 9 runs yesterday, 13 the night before that. A stretch the week before where Newport had 35 runs in 2 games. Going to look at the bullpen and a little bit of action. Sacaleras for Newport already had warmed up, and now it looks like Vermont getting a little loose as well.
Yeah, it looks like Matthew Scabilio getting loose down there from Colby College. So we'll see how long Kaler will continue his night.
And another streak going on, Cardines here. This is now 2 days in a row that we have an away broadcaster with an amazing forecast job. No, I believe you said this game would be decided by who is able to capitalize first and the most, and in a very early, not that Vermont, any mistakes were made, but Newport capitalizing, getting that first one across in such a tight game between 2 very good teams. Well done, my friend.
Well, thank you, Shane. 1 ball, no strikes here to Beckstein. That one is popped up. Kaler says, hey, help me out here. Cox ranging over. He makes the catch for out number 2. So we will send it to Jacob Burley, the catcher here for the Gulls, with 2 away. And right now, if Chris Kaler can get out of this one with a runner on second and only 1 run scoring, you still got to say, hey, you did a wonderful job. You came through, gave us 4 good innings of work, and now hand it over to a guy like Matt Scabilio. No problem in my eyes.
Yeah, certainly. You got an offense that's more than capable. So it's all about really limiting the bleeding and the damage.
Again, Burley stepping in from the right side. A long look over at second from Kaler, now delivers. That one misses a little bit downstairs for ball 1. Again, the Newport Gulls, the number 3 team in the NECBL, the Vermont Mountaineers, the number 1 team. 2 very high-powered offense and stunning defensive teams. Stepping off is Kaler, trying to make sure that there is no advance over there from Spencer Smith, who, again, had that RBI double to give the Gulls the only run of the ball game. That's the difference in this one. The pitch popped foul. That'll go out of play. And now it's 1-1. And Christopher Kaler, George Washington Colonial, teammates with Stephen DiTomaso, who's not in the lineup tonight for Vermont, but he will be in the All-Star game as the home run derby choice for the Mountaineers. 1-1 coming. Just misses upstairs above the belt. And it will go to 2-1 here. Mountaineers have multiple guys heading to the All-Star game, as do these Newport Gulls. These are, as I just mentioned, 2 very, very talented teams, and looking forward to seeing what they can do tomorrow. The 2-1 delivery. Fouled right back towards the screen, and the deuces will be wild. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
Yeah, it's a run. You'd certainly like more if you're Newport, but I think you're getting to a point where you've really forced Kaler to extend, to labor, and likely forcing him out after this inning, I would think.
Yeah, Kaler will probably take a seat, and quite honestly, any run you can get against Vermont is a good run, as well as Newport. The 2-2 gets away from Gill, and heading down to third will be Smith. He's standing there, and all of a sudden, the count has gone full, and this ball game just got a little bit more interesting.
Yeah, anytime he could take 90 feet. Smith just got a fantastic jump. He had already been really almost halfway between second and third, so the second he sees that get past Gill, he was off.
So the payoff pitch coming, a runner 90 feet away. Kaler trying to get out of it. Struck him out. They are going to say that was right there. And Kaler gets out of it, got him looking. So one run will score for the Newport Gulls. They break the zeros on the scoreboard. We'll send it just like that to the top of the fifth on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League.
Well, welcome back, everyone. Noah McLean, Zach Letson, Shane Briggs with you here in beautiful Newport, Rhode Island. And we are into the fifth inning. The Newport Gulls struck first. There's a new guy out on the bump for the Newport Gulls. And, Zach, I'll toss it over to you to give him the lowdown.
Yeah, Peter Sakalaris, the side-winding righty, Milton, Massachusetts native, second season with the Newport Gulls. And he pitched earlier this week 3 innings against Martha's Vineyard. And Newport was looking for him to stretch. Only allowed 1 earned run in 3 innings on the season. He's got 10 and a thirds with a 2.61 ERA.
The submarine stud stepping up there on the bump for the Newport Gulls. We'll see what he can do here. Jackson Harrigan is actually the only sidearm for the Mountaineers, as this one is ripped down the first base line, fielded easily over there at first base. Martinez, he'll step on the bag, and that is, again, out number 1. So it will be now Tyler Cox will come up. It's the top of the order for the Mountaineers. Tyler Cox and Tom Jostin are the 2 that are guaranteed to come up for the Mountaineers. We'll see if they can stretch this inning out and get a little bit more. Cox takes strike 1 right down the heart. No question about that one.
And it's really the first time through the order that Sakalaris can really be lethal. Trying to get adjusted to that slider around 70 to 80 miles per hour, and, of course, the motion.
This one is lifted into right. Should be routine. It is. And Makarevich makes the catch out there and right for out number 2. 2 quick up, 2 quick down for the Mountaineers. It'll be up to Tom Jostin, my apologies, from the University of Central Florida to keep this inning going. Again, we talked about it earlier. He does have home run power, so this is his type of field.
Yeah, especially as a lefty. This is a hitter-friendly ballpark and a left-handed hitter-friendly ballpark, being 300 down the line.
A little bit of a triple threat here as Jostin has the home run power. The porch is short, and especially over there in right field. First pitch ducked downstairs for ball 1. That one rides inside. Jostin had to move his arms back a little bit, and now the count will go to 2 balls and no strikes to the lefty. Delivery misses in the dirt there. And after 2 very quick outs, 2 very efficient outs for Sakalaris, he is running into some troubles here. 3 straight balls from the sidearm. Here it is. That one's finding the strike zone. Needed to do it there. So Jostin now will be a little bit more aggressive. Obviously, doesn't want to be too aggressive here. 3-1 comes in. This one is popped up. Had to fight that one away. And look out. Almost came back and hit him. Whoa.
That was a mere inch or two just behind him.
Didn't even know it was there. That one came off the screen right behind, or rather right in front of us here. And bounced right back in that lefty's batter's box. Ball was on a mission. Full count. This one is hit into right field. Ranging over, looking up at the wall, coming in a little bit and making the catch in right field for out number 3. So down go the Vermont Mountaineers, 1-2-3. And again, still 1-0 Newport leading, sending it to the bottom of the 5th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 2 by wearing.
Welcome back, everyone, as we are into the bottom of the 5th inning. 1-0 is the score if you're just joining us here on the NECBL Broadcast Network, as Chris Kaler is out for another at least partial inning of work. He'll start this one off. We'll see what he can do, trying to help his team stay within striking distance. They're down 1-0 right now. As quick note here, it is Christian Pregent now behind the dish catching. So we will see what that brings as this one is hit into center. Going back, Syracuse. It's over his head. That's going to go to the corner. And a good throw from Syracuse holds it to a double. But a leadoff double here for the Gulls.
Colton Freeman, I mean, there is a reason that this guy is at the top of the order. It's because he's a spark plug. Extra base hits, well squared up baseballs. And if you look up the Webster Dictionary definition of a well squared up baseball, you'll probably see a hit from Colton Freeman. That thing was smacked straightaway center field, already his 9th double, and he had to sit the beginning part of the season because of an injury.
Well, I'm sure Newport fans are happy to see him back, as this is a bunt down the first baseline. Kaler flips on to first. He'll get it there, as they do get the out at first base, but a productive one to say the least. It advances the runner down over to third base, and now with 1 out, the Mountaineers will once again try and have to play some good defensive ball to keep a run from scoring.
Little Josh Kuroda grounder on that bunt right there.
That was, I mean, almost as good as you can want a bunt to be. And I don't think JKG is bunting with sacrifice in mind. He thought he could beat that out and came really a quarter of a step from doing it.
And I think he even threw up a little safe sign. I think he thought he had it there too.
Well, it certainly was close, as that will do it for Chris Kaler. He gets the first out, and now it will be up to Matthew Scabilio, who comes on. We'll tell you more about him and the rest of this inning coming when we come back on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking the New England League's preferred partner, the Steamship Authority Ferry. Visit steamshipauthority.com for more information. Zephyr is the official on-field cap of the NECBL. Also known as the Z-Hats, Zephyr is the authentic college hat with a loyal following of those who only wear the Z.
Welcome back, everyone, as we are back to the action here in just a moment. 1-0 the score. Christopher Kaler takes a seat. We'll run through his starting lineup, but first we're going to talk about the new guy on the hill. It's Matthew Scabilio from Colby College, a 2-0 record, a 1.28 ERA. He has appeared in 10 games. This will be his 11th, 14 innings pitched, 23 strikeouts in those 14 innings, only allowed 6 hits. So this is a guy that Vermont has gone to for closing big games, and considering they are facing off against one of the best teams in the NECBL, I'd say a good time to bring him in.
Yeah, certainly. This is someone that you'd want. Again, it's about stopping a potential opportunity. Comes in not an easy spot at all.
Certainly not. A runner on third base, one away here for the Gulls. The lefty swings and grounds that one foul. Again, in the batter's box, it's Ledbetter, the designated hitter, one of the best hitters in this lineup. But again, when you go through both the Vermont and the Newport lineups, it's almost hard to say he's clearly the best hitter in this lineup because almost everyone can hurt you.
Right, I mean, you got JKG with 50 hits in front of him. Slade Alford with a batting average hovering around 330 behind him. And then Noah Martinez, an all-star, behind him.
Just doesn't get any easier.
And then Makarevich behind Martinez.
0-2 pitch. Misses upstairs and outside. Again, Christian Pregent is now catching from Stetson University. Pregent, one interesting thing about him, he was named a captain as a freshman at Stetson University, the only freshman in Stetson history to earn that very, very big honor. Scabilio looking in. 1-2 pitch coming. Breaking ball is fouled away. And staying alive for at least one more, it will be Ledbetter. He's 0 for 2 today. But again, with a 379 average coming into this one. Something tells me it doesn't matter if he's 0 for 2, he can make you pay at any point. Scabilio, the lefty, delivers to the lefty. That's upstairs, and the count 2-2 now.
Yeah, he's not that tall.
If he was, maybe we would have seen a strike there. Two balls, two strikes, one away. Lefty on lefty matchup doesn't get much better than this. Here it comes. This is ripped out to center. Syracuse going back, makes the catch. Here's the tag. The throw right on the money to the cutoff, but it was deep enough to score the run. So Newport again will find themselves in the scoring column. 2-0 leading on a sacrifice fly out to center field by Ledbetter.
And productive outs. Productive outs is all you can ask for.
Every time Colton Ledbetter comes up to the plate, it's like you're almost waiting for him to square up a baseball. Just with the way he stands, his approach, I've yet to see a hitter with his kind of pull power and his ability to just drive a baseball really across the league.
Certainly is one of the best to do it here in the NECBL as Slade Alford takes strike one on the outside edge. Another good hitter here in this Newport Gulls lineup. He's 0 for 2 today. Does have 5 home runs, 28 RBIs as that one bounces in the dirt. What a block down there by Christian Pregent. Actually had to protect himself there. That one was headed to a spot nobody wants to get hit.
And, well, the Gulls faced a Stetson Hatter in yesterday's game on the mound. Scabilio's teammate, Jonathan Velasquez of the Mystic Schooners, he got the start for the Schoon squad yesterday evening.
There is a lot of guys in this league from Stetson as that one ripped over, ranging over to his left, but can't quite get there is Cox, and a single will be how Alford starts his day aboard the base path. And a 2-out single with a 2-0 lead will bring up now Alec Makarevich.
That little gap between shortstop and third base has been the best friend of Slade Alford. The amount of times I've seen a single from the righty, again, I talk about pull power with Ledbetter. Very similar with Slade. You'll see a lot of times where he just pulls it, and the sheer velocity, way too much for a third baseman or a shortstop to get to it in time.
Scabilio delivers that one right down the heart to another very tall lefty. As we will see here what goes on again. Actually, I apologize. It's Noah Martinez stepping in. The first baseman. Swing and a miss. Coming actually out of his stance to go upstairs and get that one was Christian Pregent, but at a guy who probably stands, I'm gonna guess probably 6'6", 6'5".
6'5" is
Yep.
right.
Yep.
Right on the money. 6'5", 235, and led the Northeastern Conference in the home run department.
He's down 0-2 on the count right now. Scabilio trying to get out of it. That one just missing that outside edge. Good leave there from Martinez. He did miss, but Scabilio with a productive miss at that. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Again, Alford over there at first base with a very minor lead. 2 runs have scored today. The pitch. This is hit out to center field. Syracuse going back. He's going to play it off the wall. They're going to send him home. Here comes the throw. It's going to be close, and they got him. And what a play. A beautiful throw from Syracuse. The cutoff man firing it home. Christian Pregent applying that tag. And just when you thought Newport was going to get another run here, Mountaineers find a way to get out of it. 1 run does score, though, so 2-0 is the story as the Mountaineers will take over here in the 6th on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay.
Welcome back, everyone, as we are into the 6th inning here in Newport. Mark Trotta will lead it off as there is a new guy on the hill. Sacaleros came in for 1 inning, did what he needed to do, and now I'll toss it over once again to Zach to give us the lowdown on the new guy.
Yeah, it's the Baylor Bear out of Davie, Florida, Cole Stasio, the tall 6'5" right-hander, 1-1 with a 3.78 ERA. And his last performance, his best of the season. 3 shutout innings against the North Shore Navigators, and it was in a game with a lot of offense. Newport ended up winning 7-6. Cole picked up the win and got 7 strikeouts, allowing just 2 hits over those 3 innings.
Well, a good place to come into, or rather come off of, as another guy, it just doesn't get any easier for either squad here. Whether it's the hitters, the batters, the defense, everything is good. As that one finds the inside corner for strike 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Mark Trotta. Again, Noah McLean, Zach Lesson, and Shane Briggs bringing you this one here. This one fouled right back to the screen, and, well, folks, that's why you say stay away from the screen here if you're right behind home plate or right in front of us, either way you look at it. Trotta staying alive as this one is fouled away again. And we'll do it all over. Trotta 0 for 1. Did strike out, has also walked. Again, coming into this one, .352 average, a home run, 15 RBIs. Swing and a miss, he struck him out. Trotta is retired. That's the 2nd strikeout for Trotta tonight, and he'll have to walk back to the dugout and leave it up to Santino Russo to get things started for Vermont in the 6th.
We talked a lot about Chris Kaler and his off-speed breaking pitch. That was masterful from Cole Stasio. He went to it, and it was off-speed beauty. And, well, Trotta just way out ahead of it.
Well, it certainly was, as the first pitch misses there. Santino Rosso again from Hofstra, who found some success late in the season. That one just missing that inside corner, 2-0. And Hofstra finally won it for the first time in program history, actually, this past year. Ripped right back towards him, and Stasio is going to say, I'll do it myself. Tosses it over to the first baseman Martinez. 2 up, 2 down for Vermont here in the 6th.
Yeah, nice quick reflexes on a ball that was hit sharply. And if that gets by him, probably a tough play by your middle infield to try to turn it. And we do have some more action there in the bullpen on the side of the Mountaineers.
Brendan Patterman from Stony Brook getting loose. Is that one breaking ball? There it is again, a thing of perfection. Chef's kiss. Stasio delivers this one, and that one just barely missed. 1 ball, 1 strike, 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Notarangelo from the left side. This one is popped up left field. Who wants it? 3 over. Who's going to get it? And the shortstop all the way over there. Corona Grauer, my goodness, a little bit of a web gem extension, reached back over his head, but hey, it didn't matter. He got to it. So the Mountaineers go 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. We'll send it to the bottom of the 6th inning when we come back here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs.
Welcome back, everyone, as we're to the bottom of the 6th inning here on the NECBL Broadcast Network. Noah McLean, Zach Letson, Shane Briggs with you, bringing you this one. 2-0 is the score. If you're just joining us, welcome aboard. And if you've been with us, you've had a good one to watch so far. Obviously, Newport with that 2-0 lead. Runs came in the 4th and the 5th, trying to continue that for the Gulls now in the 6th. It'll be up to the leadoff man, Alec Makarevich, as that one misses a little bit there.
Noah, first time seeing you this summer since our sports broadcasting class back at URI together. How's your summer been, my friend?
Well, you know, I can't complain. Been on the road a lot, been calling baseball. It's been good weather. We've had only 1 rain out this entire season for us in Vermont, which is a rarity for anyone that knows what Vermont is like. I tell you, it's a lot of rain, it's a lot of snow. So we've been very fortunate. 2-0 the count. Scabilio winds and delivers. That one just missing that outside edge, but that's been a good summer. And how about you, my friend?
Much the same, busy. Absolutely loving it out here at Cardines. Always, whenever I'm up here doing color, it's always a fun time, always a treat. And same thing, being up, doing the camera work, getting to be near and around the guys is always a fun time. So no complaints out of me.
That one is popped up and out of play on the 3-0 count. The count will now send it 3-1 here. And, you know, it doesn't get much better than this, being able to be in a league such as the NECBL, get to call games, get to develop relationships with interns, with coaches, with players, as that one just missing there above the belt. And a leadoff walk will be the story here to start the 6th inning for the Gulls.
Alec Makarevich, he's really been at the center of this offense for Newport. Offense has come at a premium, no. It's a 2-0 ball game. It's been about the pitching. Alec Makarevich has not been retired. 3 times on base, a 2-for-2 day, and a free pass for a guy that nearly left the building his last time up.
Well, runs have been about as rare as gas under $4. As this one is ripped over, could be 2. Lassier throw on to second, go to first, not in time. Trotta dove, and I think he grabbed that one. Yes, he did. My goodness, Mark Trotta on what really, in my opinion, shouldn't have even been an attempt to throw over to first.
Right.
And he helps his teammates out, but they do get the lead runner, so the leadoff walk erased via the fielder's choice. One away, and one will reach now. And that will bring up now Spencer Smith. That one rides high and inside. And actually, my apologies, that was Smith who just reached there on the fielder's choice. Beckstein is now, or Beckstein, the second baseman from the right side. Scabilio trying to get Vermont out of this one. Runner goes. Here's the pitch. Throw down to second, and Meals on Wheels sliding in safely. And a nice slide in there from Spencer Smith. And another stolen bag.
Well, I'll tell you what, to get that good of a jump off of a lefty is remarkable.
Yes.
I mean, on a lefty pitcher, it becomes so much more difficult. Smith could not have timed that better.
Could not agree more. That one was in there for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 away, as that one misses upstairs. And now the Newport Gulls do have another runner into scoring position here in the 6th. Scabilio trying to keep him off the score column for the time being. The pitch. Grounded over to the shortstop, Cox. He'll throw to first and get him there. So the second out of the inning recorded. The runner advancing over to third. And now the Mountaineers have had this situation a couple times today. And it will be up to Jacob Burley, the catcher, who's come up in a couple of times here with runners on. You guys mentioned it. No strange situation for Burley.
And how big is it that you get that stolen bag with Smith? That's likely an inning-ending double play ball if he's at first instead of second.
And again, another productive out. The name of the game, like Noah mentioned, alluded to the Mountaineers playing a little bit of small ball of late. Gulls trying to do much of the same today.
First pitch fired in there, too. Burley is on the inside edge for strike 1. Scabilio had a teammate here, Jack Pletter, but he just headed home. Another arm the Mountaineers have lost in recent. 1-0 is fouled away. Oh, actually, that got by him. Wow. My goodness, that got away, and a run will score. So the Newport Gulls take advantage of the mistake as that one got by, and 3-0 Newport leading.
Yeah, that was a close call. Couldn't really tell from our vantage point. Is it a foul ball? Is it something that was just kind of squeaked out of the glove? And it goes down as a pass ball off Pregin. And had to be a pretty clear call given the reaction of the catcher, the batter. Everyone kind of knew what was at stake. What a huge insurance run.
And a rare mistake there from Christian Pregin as first pitch rides inside and upstairs. And now, even more dangerously, you bring back up the top of the order here for the Newport Gulls. It's Freeman from the right side. Or actually, I'm sorry, still Burley. This one ripped towards the gap, diving, and that gets by Santino Rosso at third. And a single after getting out of the way and just letting the run come home is Burley. So maybe not exactly how he expected to be productive at the plate, but gets a run to score and then helps himself out with a single.
Yeah, 10th hit of the season for Burles, and a well-struck baseball. I mean, that was 96 off the bat, a hot shot, and that is forcing the Mountaineers to make a change.
So that will be the end of the night for Matthew Scabilio. Brendan Patterman will come in for relief here. And for the time being, we will step aside here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
Welcome back, everyone. We're back to the action here in Newport Cardines Field as the Newport Gulls have scored another one here in the 6th inning. Runs all in the 4th, 5th, and 6th, 1 apiece here so far, as this inning has 2 outs, and Patterman, the new guy on the hill, immediately checking back over to first base, sliding back in safely. So no change here. Again, the Vermont Mountaineers and the Newport Gulls, 2 of the best teams here in the NECBL this season. As look out, it hit him.
There goes Freeman. There he goes, baby. Look at those wheels. You cannot beat it. And now you got 2 of the most electric personalities on first and second.
Golly.
My goodness.
And I think one of the quietest but another amazing personality that we just get treated day in and day out, the personalities. But here comes JKG, another guy.
So a hit almost actually, luckily for the guy standing over at first base, did not get hit in the head. It was towards the top, as that one is in there for strike 1. So not the way that Patterman wanted to start this one off. We'll run through his numbers quickly. 1-2 record here, 6.07 ERA, 13 1/3 innings pitched with 13 strikeouts. This will be his 7th appearance on the season. That one misses outside, and now the count will go to 1 ball, 1 strike. The Mountaineers have gone scoreless here for now 15 innings. Not what you want to hear in a Vermont uniform. This one is popped up. Center field, Syracuse over, ranging, jumping at the wall, and it got away from him. 1 run will score, the second one coming around. And some unlucky situation there for Jerry Syracuse at the wall, just barely over his head, a pop-up. And the Gulls now lead it 5-0.
Yeah, that was well struck off the bat of JKG, and, well, it gets off of that wall. Syracuse had tried to time the jump,
I'm not sure what more he could have done. That is high off the wall. He tried making what would have been an acrobatic catch.
Yeah, absolutely. And Syracuse are probably a little bit more used to 420 dead center in Vermont, so trying to figure out how to play this field here is always an adjustment. But as you said, that ball was hit well to the wall. This one, first pitch swinging fouled away from Colton Ledbetter, the designated hitter.
It's just such a talented bat in Kuroda Grauer. I really think, maybe I sound biased, but this is one of the best hitters that won't be in the All-Star game tomorrow. 51 hits now on the summer. You're talking about 6 hits now in the last 2 games.
So Ledbetter from the left side here. He's got an 0-1 count on him. Patterman looks and delivers. Foul away again. Popped up, ranging over Jack Cohn, but that one will go all the way out of play, and hopefully nobody driving down in that spot at that point, because otherwise, well, you know the rest.
Bad time to be driving through America's Cup Avenue.
No, you said a lot by saying a little right there.
So no balls and 2 strikes with 2 away. Mountaineers trying to just get out of this inning here. Patterman looks over at second and delivers home. Christian Pregent with a phenomenal grab there. Saved that one from going to the backstop and would have been almost a gimme to third base. As again over there, JKG on second. So now we'll get the 1-2. Here it is. That one is up, and that one is gone. Onto the roof in right field. A 2-run home run. And my goodness, the Gulls have come to play here in the 6th inning. And that is a 2-run shot to make it 7-0 Gulls.
Colin Ledbetter. Call a new roofer. My goodness. Well, I couldn't have said it better. This guy is a special hitter. And have we known that already throughout the summer? Yes, we have. But you continue to see it. Game in, game out. The power, next to none in the NECBL. We are watching something special take place. It doesn't matter what ballpark. This guy crushes baseballs for a living, and that one ended up on the top of the roof.
Felt like I was watching the home run derby from last year on that shot, as the Gulls just keep piling on the insurance runs here. Patterman delivers this one. It's upstairs.
And Zach, sorry, you take it away.
Now sole possession of first in the NECBL with 11 home runs.
There you are.
And no, I love that you call them insurance runs, because against a team like the Vermont Mountaineers, there is never such thing as too much insurance to have.
Well, true, yes, and also 15 scoreless innings of baseball isn't looking great for the Mountaineers either. And that one is out. That is another one. Another home run, this time a solo shot. And wow. I don't believe what we're seeing here right now.
Slade Alford has been clear for takeoff, ladies and gentlemen. Golly.
Back-to-back jacks. I mean, this team's, they're having fun. I think that's one way to put it. This, mind you, against a team that you could put together a strong argument, as complete a pitching staff that exists in the NECBL. I think Newport and Vermont are both in that conversation. To do this against them, this is sending a statement right here.
Oh, absolutely. The Gulls right now have come to play here. 2 back-to-back home runs. And is this 3? Oh, my goodness.
No, it's not.
Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen this.
Back to back to back for the Newport Gulls.
I feel like I'm rewatching the Boston Red Sox game last night, because it is all Gulls right now.
And how about your 3 all-star starters hitting 3, 4, and 5 and going 1, 2, 3, bang, bang, and bang. What an inning. Touchdown goals here in the 6th, 9-0. This offense shot out of a cannon.
And Zach, maybe getting a little too excited.
No, that one slipped out.
Come on, you have two very nice girls down here. Why are you throwing stuff at them?
I did not throw anything.
Baseball's taken off from the building, and Zach lets the pen's taken off from the booth.
Exactly.
In all honesty, she's got a New York Yankees hat on, so it's okay. I'll forgive you.
I think we can excuse that
Yes, we can. But anyway, here we're going to get a meeting on the mound, and quite honestly, surprised that it's not the end of the day. But again, there is action down there in the bullpen, and it is the sidearm for the Mountaineers, Jackson Harrigan, who attends school here in Rhode Island, Bryant University Bulldog, getting loose down there for the Neers. But right now we're back to the action. Patterman's still in there. And first pitch inside, gets all the way to the backstop.
And I don't want broadcasters jinx anything, but definitely not a guy who could give you a fourth one right here with the power that AMAC possesses.
Healthy hat came up empty there. So 1 ball, 1 strike. And again, remind you that this is all coming with 2 outs. The Mountaineers were almost out of this entirely unscathed, and now the offense comes alive. Again, 7 runs in the 6th inning, and including 3 back-to-back-to-back home runs. 2 balls and a strike now. This one chopped right back towards Patterman, but it was off the home plate, so they'll rule it dead. 2-2. The deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away.
And Newport has batted around. AMAC started the inning off.
2-2 rides inside. It'll go full here. Patterman, understandably, visibly upset right now. Just needs to find this final out here. Payoff pitch will come. Here it is. This one popped up. Shallow center, ranging over Syracusa, and he'll make the catch for what seemed like an eternity, the final out of the inning. So 7 runs in the 6th gives Newport a 9-0 lead here on the NECBL Broadcast Network, and I'll toss it back to Zach Letson to bring you the rest of the way on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin.
Well, if you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. It's a 9-0 Newport lead. Touchdown goals in the bottom of the 7th. Back-to-back-to-back jacks, and now, well, a lot more run support for Cole Stasio. He's back out for Newport for yet another inning, and, well, he'll face 6, 7, and 8 here for Vermont in a much bigger hole.
Zach, did I get my dates wrong? I thought the home run derby was tomorrow.
Goal said, we'll push it up a day. And it was by the 3 guys that will be at the All-Star game tomorrow. First Colton Ledbetter, then Slade Alford, and then Noah Martinez just to make sure. Icing on the cake. It's been a fantastic day for Newport offensively and on the mound. Siracusa shoots it into right. Makarevich chasing over and has enough room to make the catch. Hustling over there, Amac. And there's out number 1 here in the top of the 7th.
I'm like actually hurt. It's not from lifting. It's definitely from the pen. Definitely not from max squatting this week. Definitely not. I'm so hurt.
Now it's Jack Cohn. Stasio is coming. He has gone 4 up and 4 down out of the bullpen. That's all you can ask for. Newport is pitching a shutout. Stasio's second arm in relief. Peter Sakalaris came in for 1 inning where he faced the minimum. Chase Renner, 4 innings, 3 hits, and he did not allow a run either. In for a strike, now 2-1 the count. That's cracked foul. Now 2-2 to Cohen. Reached on a walk back in the 4th. And struck out in the 2nd.
And Impressa had a hair on that man as well. Talk about locks.
A lot of lettuce coming from number 13.
Salad for the man at the plate.
Smokes that into right. Makarevich is back, and that's high off the wall. Cohen racing to second and makes it in standing up. Just the 4th hit of the day for the Mountaineers, who are in search for their first run in 16 innings. Vermont, the number 1 team in the league, in danger of dropping a 4th consecutive game heading into tomorrow's All-Star game. In need of, well, a massive rally. Still 3 innings to go, but, well, a lot of work needed to be done.
That's one way to start it.
Now it is Kristen Pregin. He came in and came in as a defensive substitution for Cameron Gill behind the plate. Takes over in the 8th spot. Gill finishing with a 1-for-2 day. Smoke to left, but that's going to be foul. A hot shot off the bat and off of the sidewall there in the bullpen.
Yeah, just making sure those guys over in the bullpen aren't getting too comfortable, keeping them alert, letting them know he's still here.
It is a shared bullpen. That's something that you often see. Newport and Vermont becoming best friends down there.
Maybe not after those 3 home runs.
Curveball, it's just a touch outside from Cole.
Bullpens and dugouts alike, we like to share here, Zach. Sharing is caring here at Cardines Field.
Well, we had Ryan Dio, who is one of 2 broadcasters for the Keene Swamp Bats here. And, of course, he was a member of the 2019 NECBL Championship Keene team. He spent some time in the bullpen here. Actually became good friends with one of Newport's pitchers during that time. 2-2 count now to Pregent. It was Mackenzie Stills, the Newport pitcher, and Dio talked about how the 2 talked. I believe they went and played a little Fortnite afterwards.
You can never go wrong with some Fortnite with the boys.
Never know what kind of connections you're going to make in the pen. Cole Stasio, that's strike 3. The Baylor Bear. Now 2 strikeouts in relief.
So, no, where are we dropping, my friend?
Well, after this one, I might just go home and take a nap.
Would you
Where's that on the Fortnite map?
Uncharted territories for the Mountaineers and for Noah right now.
Would you believe this is not the first time Fortnite has come up on a Newport Gulls broadcast?
That's reasonable.
Good friend and NECBL All-Star Eli Kleinman.
Smoked the other way off the bat of Lassier. Into the corner with a slide. It gets out of the glove of Freeman. It'll be the first run of the game for the Vermont Mountaineers on the RBI double for Lassier. It's a 9-1 game.
Hey, maybe the Mountaineers can catch a break here.
Kind of a close play.
Yeah.
Freeman almost overrunning it. It did get him in the glove. So a tough call between whether you score that a hit or score it an error. regardless, it's a run for the Neers. It keeps the inning going. And, well, it brings up the top of the order, all in one. Here's Tyler Cox. Down in the dirt from Stasio. The Ivy League Rookie of the Year, Tyler Cox, teammate of both Tyler Cortland and Colton Freeman on this goal squad with the Dartmouth Big Green. And there's a strike. Now 1-1. Won the Ivy League batting title, did Tyler Cox, with a .402 average. And here with Vermont, hitting .268. That gets by Burley. Over to third goes Lassier. Vermont, well, just trying to chip away here. There's still a lot more work to do, but well, all you can do really is just, I guess, just trying to go one at a time.
Yeah, I mean, Vermont right now, obviously you're down 9-1, and this game, it's not out of reach. It's, not impossible, but not probable is the best way I could guess it.
In for a strike, Stasio opting to the fastball. Now a strike away from getting out of it.
Mountaineers have scored 6 runs with 2 outs here before.
Foul tip by Cox. He'll stay alive. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Finally, the first run for Vermont. Mountaineers were shut out last night out at Fraser Field against North Shore. And Vermont also fell in their 2 games before that, one to the Winnipesaukee Muskrats, and then, well, the following game to the Martha's Vineyard Sharks. Has not really gone Vermont's way after what's otherwise been a fantastic season. Cox pokes that foul, and another 2-2 awaits.
What a golf swing that was.
Yeah, Cox is a very interesting hitter. He does it in a lot of versatile ways, but he's been able to figure it out for the most part.
Now a 3-2 count. Patient approach. Really all you can do. No room to play hero ball in an 8-run ball game. And, well, the leadoff man just trying to get aboard. Here's the payoff. That's foul tipped into the mitt. The inning is over. Cole Stasio, that's 2 in relief. And only 1 on the board. Goals remaining in control. 9-1. Newport on top. All goals over the number 1 team in the lands. We head to the bottom of the 7th.
The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on YourView New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final Four, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason. Whether you're an island resident or just visiting, the fastest way to get to the Cape and Islands is by taking
Home half of the 7th, 9-1 Newport lead. And, well, it's a new pitcher for the Vermont Mountaineers. Jackson Harrigan becomes the third reliever to step in here for Vermont.
Yeah, well, Jackson Harrigan, one of the few guys in the NECBL that throws the sidearm. We've already seen one tonight, as that one finds the outside edge. He's got a 4.32 ERA, 8 1/3 innings pitched, 10 strikeouts. So the Mountaineers head to the Bryant guy, the guy who's been in Rhode Island here, so he knows the state. Maybe that'll bring him some luck here.
It is Spencer Smith who begins the bottom of the 7th. Gulls sent really a cast of characters to the plate in the 6th inning. 10 came to the plate. 7 touched home plate. And Newport, a dominant inning to really make this a different ball game. That is bobbled by Harrigan. And, well, that's the kind of day it's been for Vermont. Go down as an error, E1 on the pitcher, and Newport has the first guy on here in the 7th.
Feel bad calling it an E1 because you're right, it is an error, but it's not. It's just as much on the pitcher as it is Spencer Smith hustling that out. There's no jog in that. There's no play taken off. You don't get that. You don't get the first there if you're not sprinting that out.
Yeah, that's why you run it out every time. You never know what's going to happen. Never know what might be misplayed. And Newport going to go to the bench here for the first time this evening. In for Luke Beckstein is the Harvard outfielder Ben Rounds.
A lot of Ivy League representation on this team, Zach.
Especially between these two teams. I mean, you got Ivy League on deck. That's Jake Burley from Brown. You got Ivy League behind him, Colton Freeman from Dartmouth. And, of course, we touched on all the Ivy League talent Vermont possesses as well. Their leadoff hitter, Tyler Cox, among a few others.
Don't forget Tyler Cortland out in the bullpen, too.
That's right. Pitched last night for Newport. Actually, he's pitched in the last 2 times Newport's been here at Cardines.
Luke Carpenter, also a Dartmouth guy in the bullpen for the Mountaineers.
0-2, that's cut on and missed. So he got him on 3 pitches. And the first out for Jackson Harrigan. Here's Jake Burley, singled his last time up. And, well, that was amazingly just an inning ago. What a marathon of an inning it was.
No kidding.
Had a pitching change in the middle of it. And then Newport left the building 3 different times, and 3 times in a row from its 3 All-Stars.
Well, I have a buddy that just got here who runs cross country, and he did some marathon running himself before, and I'm sure even he felt like that one was a little bit long of an inning.
Burles with his 10th hit of the summer, coming in the 6th. And it's now a 2-0 count to the Brown University catcher, as mentioned. Grand slam. That came earlier in this week, 2 days back against the Ocean State Waves. And Newport has been in control here. 9-1 the score, 7 in the 6th, 1 in the 4th, 1 in the 5th, and Vermont just getting one back in the top of this inning. .3-0 to Burley. There's a strike, dropped in late. Strike back for Harrigan. Guy in Jacob Burley that has played a lot of summer ball. West Coast League last summer, of course, he's a California native, and played in the Northwoods League the summer before. And watches ball 4. So Burley's on for a second time here today. Everything seemingly going the way of the Gulls offensively.
Yeah, it really is right now. Harrigan, unfortunate start, almost got a hustle play out of it, fumbled the ball. Then he was able to record a strikeout, but now the past two runners reaching again here, and now Newport threatening again.
It is Colton Freeman, 1 for 3 with really a rocket ship off of the wall. That's the best way I can describe it. That's what he does. He squares it up. And you won't see a more aggressive, swift swing from anybody on this Newport team than number 19. 2 on here with just 1 out in the bottom of the 7th for the Dartmouth man. One of 2 captains for the Big Green. And as I mentioned, 2 Dartmouth members on this goal squad. In the dirt and held in by Prejean. Just 5:35 Eastern time here in Newport, Rhode Island. It is an early start that we had. First Saturday game here in Newport this summer. And just the 3rd time that we've had a day game. Have to go back to a couple of double headers. That was the reason why Newport's had day games. One against Upper Valley, one against Martha's Vineyard. And for a strike on the fastball from Harrigan, make it a 2-1 count.
It feels like a sin to be in the 7th inning at only 5:30.
Right.
Used to being around 9:30 that we come around here to the 7th inning.
Freeman watches a second pitch strike, just dipping onto that outside and lower part of the plate. 86 miles per hour from Jackson Harrigan. And getting out ahead of it, but staying alive there is Colton. For Harrigan, this is his 8th appearance. He's pitched 8 1/3 for Vermont out of the bullpen. 7 hits, 8 runs, but just 4 of those earned. And you factor in 10 strikeouts, 6 walks as well. Coming into this game number 40 for both of these teams, this 44-game season. Popped in the air, and on to America's Cup Avenue it goes.
Yeah, he does that.
Gulls don't play again until Tuesday. That'll be a critical, important final matchup of the regular season with the Martha's Vineyard Sharks out at the Shark Tank. Gulls came into today with a 1-game advantage over Martha's Vineyard. Cut on and missed. Got him with a little bit of off speed. Took a little bit off of it. Freeman out ahead of it. And there's out number 2.
Yeah, right there, Jackson Harrigan, you saw, as you just mentioned, Zach, just took a little bit off of it, and it was just enough to confuse the hitter. Got him to bite a little early, and that's exactly what you need now. Just got to get that last out, try and send Vermont back to the batter's box.
And not an easy one to get it that. Josh Kuroda-Grauer swings first pitch, soft tapper, and back to Harrigan, and the inning is over. Works through a scoreless 7th, a lot less problematic than the previous inning. 0 on the board, it's a 9-1 Newport lead. We head to the final 2 innings here on the NECBL Broadcast Network.
Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages. The top 2 teams will receive a first-round bye, while the other 4 teams open things up with a single elimination wildcard round. The winning teams will advance to the best-of-3 series for the Final 4, and then the last 2 teams standing will match up in the best-of-3 NECBL Championship Series to compete for the league title and the right to hoist the Fay Vincent Senior Cup. We'll see you in August for the start of the 2022 postseason.
To the 8th we go on a Saturday afternoon, 9-1. Newport on top. Zach Letson, Noah McLean, Shane Briggs. Glad to have you with us. Third to last Newport home game this summer, at least for the regular season. And Cole Stasio out for a 3rd inning. Fires the first pitch breaking ball to Tom Jostin. Newport is well positioned for there to be at least one home game following the regular season. Gulls are in pursuit for, well, a top 2 seed. That would get the Gulls a first-round bye through the NECBL playoffs. But even if Newport doesn't get that, the top 2 seeds in the wild card rounds will host the wild card game. Quickly, strike 2, and Stasio has been all over that strike zone. That's now 25 strikes, just 12 balls for the Baylor Bear.
Yeah, he really has. And this is a guy, Tom Jostin, again, coming in, a great bat, but broadcaster's jinx in full effect once again.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. And Jostin, not a fan, but it is another backwards K. Newport has gotten a lot of those here today, not just strikeouts, but looking strikeouts. And now, well, that's 8 strikeouts on the day for Gulls pitchers. Here's Mark Trotta, 3-hitter for Vermont, looks at a first pitch strike. It's been working those edges, and a lot of times working those edges on off speed. Off speed again, you guessed it, in for a strike. Stasio, well, he doesn't know how to not hit the zone. He's pitched 5 pitches, all of them strikes.
It's not in his vocabulary.
You're keeping an eye on a potential immaculate inning, right? If you got a 3rd strike there.
Way to jinx it, guys.
I hate to break it to you, Shane, but, it's just a ball. Back up the middle. Smith, it gets under his glove into center field. So Trotta's going to reach. Would have been a very difficult play for Smith anyway. And, well, he's over at shortstop. A couple defensive changes for Newport with Ben Rounds substituting in the game in the bottom of the 7th. Rounds takes over in left. It is Colton Freeman in center field. Alec Makarevich in right field. And Spencer Smith now at shortstop. Josh Kuroda-Grauer to second. And, of course, Luke Beckstein, he's who came out of the game when Rounds pinch hit. First pitch, a breaking ball to Santino Rosso. 1-0. 1 for 3 day for the 3rd baseman. And watches that pitch tail outside out. 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, Santino Rosso, great guy to have in the lineup. I know here not much going for Vermont, but you love to see him in there. A great addition to this Vermont squad. Again, the switch hitter from Hofstra. Very patient at the plate.
Now a 3-ball, no strike counts. And after firing 5 straight strikes to start the inning, 3 consecutive balls to begin the at-bat, and this is really all you can ask for if you're Vermont. You need base runners.
Maybe miracles do happen.
Ball 4. 4-pitch walk. Santino Rosso's aboard. And that is the 4th walk of the night, of the afternoon, I should say, for Vermont. But, well, there haven't been any since the 4th inning.
Yeah, well, the pitching staff for Newport, no matter how this one ends, really can go ahead and take a bow. And at least, I mean, obviously, if this were to be a crazy comeback for the Mountaineers, it would be a mostly sparked off of crazy offensive ability from this Mountaineers team. But, man, this
smacked the other way, just past the reach of Alford. rounding third, and it'll be another run for the Mountaineers on an RBI double. Nick Notarangelo coming through with the second run of the ball game for Vermont.
And finally a ball down that left field line that we saw stay fair. It's been almost every single time it's been close to the line tonight. It's rolled foul, but nice job there by Nick Notarangelo to keep this one rolling here for the Mountaineers in the 8th.
Well, it's got to start somewhere if they're going to chip their way back into the ball game, and certainly a team that you can't overlook no matter what the score is. 30-9, that's Vermont's record, tops in the NECBL. And a first pitch strike, that is how Jerry Siracusa is greeted.
Siracusa never going to swing at that first pitch. He'll always let it come in.
It's been a strategy that's been a pretty effective one for a guy that was a batting champion in the America East in 2021. Second team All-America East that season, and hit .331 this year over at UMass Lowell. Cut on and missed, fooled by that breaking ball way down in the dirt.
Yep. There's the classic. Got him to go fishing.
It's been a breaking ball kind of afternoon for both teams.
A lot of off-speed today.
Cole Stasio looking to finish a third inning here. Another breaking ball. That is strike 3. Cole Stasio, why move away from it? 5 punchies, now he's just thrown in 2 2/3 innings.
Yeah, I think right now Siracusa now 0 for 4 on the day. I think this is a matter of trying to figure out repetitions, trying to get back into that rhythm. He left the team for about a week, had some back injuries, so we'll see.
That is shot off the bat of Jack Cohn, and an easy out number 3. Corralled by Freeman, and the inning is over. So Vermont gets 1, but that's all. Newport by 7 as we head to the bottom of the 8th here on the NECBL Network.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls broadcast network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs begin. 6 teams will qualify this year, each of the 3 division winners and then the 3 teams with the highest winning percentages.
Heading to the home half of the 8th here in sunny Newport, Rhode Island. Zach Letson, Noah McLean, Shane Briggs here with you. And as we head to the last of the 8th, it'll be a new Mountaineers pitcher.
Yeah, James McDowell will be on the bump for the Mountaineers. We'll get to his numbers in just a moment.
And that's Colin Ledbetter. He began the trio act, back-to-back-to-back jacks for Newport in the 6th. And the first, well, that was a 3-run Johnson off of the bat of the future Mississippi State Bulldog. 1-0 pitch, and that misses as well. So McDowell quickly firing 2 balls out of the bullpen, 13 1/3 innings, and 12 hits, 7 runs, all of them earns, 12 Ks, and 7 walks for the Brookfield, Connecticut native. As that's flowing out of play. 1 for 3 day for Ledbetter, picking up his 11th home run of the summer. Standing alone, 1 above Ryan Ignafo of Upper Valley, and picking up his 53rd hit. That also is a category where he stands alone. 2-1, a high arcing breaking ball, and well, it's the first batter that McDowell faces, and maybe pitching a little bit carefully to the Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week, who we've already seen leave the building here today. Ledbetter cracks it foul. 3-2 the count.
I think that one got off his foot there, kind of hobbling away from home plate, but obviously it's going to take a lot more than a ball off the foot to keep a guy like Colin Ledbetter from stepping back in.
RBIs 43, 44, and 45 for Colton. Really a summer to remember. Hoover, Alabama native. Destroyed a lot of baseballs at Samford University. I'll try to do the same at Duty Noble Fields, a raucous fan base that is Mississippi State. And he'll do it again as he fouls that off. At 45th RBI, another category where Colton stands alone. Nobody has more home runs. Nobody has more RBIs. Nobody has more hits in the New England League than number 10 wearing a Gulls uniform. Cracked into right. It's another base hit. 54th for Ledbetter on the summer. And what can he do?
Yeah, just a wonderful piece of hitting there. Gets a full count, drives it in between the gap of first and second base. And just continuing another night of fantastic hitting is Colin Ledbetter.
Newport in control over the number 1 team in the NECBL. Here's Slade Alford. And watches the first pitch strike from McDowell. It is the 4th reliever that Vermont has put out on the mound today. The Neers have been forced to use a good chunk of their bullpen here as we sit on the final day before the All-Star break. Alford on the ground to third. Rosso to second for 1. And a 5-4-3 double play. And in an instant, now there's 2 away.
And that's exactly what you need if you're Vermont right there. Ledbetter, one of the best hitters in this lineup, as we've mentioned so many times, spoken so highly about that guy right there. But again, James McDowell comes in, gives up a single, and then says, I'll help out here. Gives up a ground ball, and the Mountaineers get the double play.
Now it's Noah Martinez. Crushed another home run. The Central Connecticut State product, and he flies this into deep left. First pitch swinging, and underneath it is the left fielder Kane. Cohen, rather. That is out number 3. And the inning is over. Another 0 on the board. And the Gulls 3 outs away. 9-2 the advantage as we head to the top of the 9th.
For the first time in league history, the 2022 New England League All-Star Game is headed to Martha's Vineyard, home of the Sharks. On Sunday, July 24th, join the NECBL's best as they ferry over to the island and enter the Shark Tank in front of scouts from every MLB organization. Visit asg22.necbl.com for more information. And don't forget to make your ferry reservation at steamshipauthority.com. Fans, the NECBL's broadcast network brings all of the action right to your home every night. Available on your desktop, laptop, mobile device, as well as your Apple TV, Roku, Amazon Fire TV, or Android TV device. Enjoy single-day passes for just $8, purchase a weekly subscription for $20, a monthly pass for $40, or an all-season pass for $80. Head to watch.necbl.com for more information and for a full streaming schedule. Franklin Sports is proud to be the official batting glove of the New England League. This summer, the NECBL and its 14 organizations join over 200 major leaguers by wearing custom Franklin batting gloves as members of the Franklin family. To design your own custom pair of batting gloves, visit franklinsports.com and join the fam. Franklin is the official batting glove of the New England League. The Newport Gulls Broadcast Network features 7 high-definition cameras, graphics, instant replay, and extended pregame and postgame coverage. Watch the Gulls all season long every Friday night on Your View New England. Be sure to follow the Gulls all season long on our social media accounts at Newport Gulls on Twitter and Instagram, and Facebook.com/Newport Gulls, and subscribe on YouTube.com/Newport Gulls for the latest video highlights and exclusive interviews. The chase for the Fay Vincent Senior Cup begins on Monday, August 1st, when the 2022 New England League playoffs.
We head to the 9th in a game that's been all Newport. 9-2 the score over the 30-9 Vermont Mountaineers. Zach Letson, Noah McLean, Shane Briggs on the NECBL network, and a new Gulls pitcher. I'll try to put a bow on this one. Liam Levangie and his 12-6 high-arcing curveball. Well, that begins the 9th. Bryant Bulldog, he's in his second year with the Newport Gulls, out of East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and Bryant University with a 1-0 record, 8.73 ERA. Cracked off the bat, and an easy out number 1. Kristen Pregin, the backup catcher, comes in and tagged it well, but right into the wheelhouse of Ben Rounds.
Yeah, just basically he had to, that obviously routine step back to start it off, then stepped in 1 or 2 and easily made that catch and left. And Freeman had a fair amount of action out there in left field tonight, but all pretty much straight to him.
It's the 9-hitter Shane Lassier. Watches a first pitch ball from Levangie. Second year with the Gulls and has some pitching pedigree. His dad, the former pitching coach of the Boston Red Sox, Dana Levangie. And one of 4 returnees from the 2021 Gulls squad. In for a strike, 1-1, and it is that 12-6 curveball that sometimes sits in the mid-60s. That is what to watch when it comes to Levangie. And boy, was it at work right there.
Yeah, that was a nasty pitch, just absolutely fooling the hitter down there.
67 miles per hour. He last pitched on July the 19th. Back up the middle, just past the dive of Kuroda Grauer at second. And Shane Lassier on with another base hit. Rather his first of the day, but the 7th here for Vermont in this ballgame.
And Shane Lassier actually almost just got picked off at first base.
In a 7-run game?
Yep. Oh.
Well, I think that
it's one of those days.
That sign, that groan might speak for all the Mountaineers faithful keeping track of this ball game.
If we didn't have 30 wins on the season, I think I would be a little more freaking out.
Top of the order in Tyler Cox. He watches a first pitch ball. Well, it's been quite the season. Vermont, 17-1 start. A team that, well, they were 30-6, but now are 2 outs away from dropping a 4th consecutive ball game. Ground ball could end it. That's back to the netting from Tyler Cox. 33 hits on the summer, 1 coming today. 1 for 3 day. No homers, 22 RBIs, a .270 average for, as aforementioned, the Dartmouth products. That breaking ball rolling foul. Now a 1-ball, 2-strike count. Ivy League Rookie of the Year, Ivy League batting champion, Tyler Cox. And nobody in the Ivy League was even within 20 points of surpassing the shortstop. One, two. Another breaking ball, and Cox waited on it and wasted it. A run for Vermont in the 7th, a run in the 8th, but that's been it. Has not been, over the last pair of games, an offensive stretch that Vermont was looking for. Shutout last night at Fraser Field against the North Shore Navigators, and here just a couple of runs and not coming until the Neers were in a gigantic hole. 1-2. Opting for the fastball was Levangie and fouled back.
Well, tip of the cap right now to Tyler Cox. Despite being down a bucket and some more, Tyler Cox really just trying to do everything he can consecutively here, fouling off pitches, trying to advance Shane Lassier, who's over on first base.
Back up the middle. This could end the ball game. Smith to second for 1. To first. That's not in time. Cox reaches, and by a hair, this ball game will continue on the fielder's choice.
Yeah, Tyler Cox, one of the faster guys in this Vermont lineup, so beat out the throw there to first, and now Tom Jostin will have to try and continue what would be a miracle of a comeback.
So Cox takes the spot of Lassier, but now Vermont down to its final out. And it is Tom Jostin to try to keep the ball game going. 0 for 3 on the day with a pair of strikeouts. Did reach on a walk, but that was all the way back in the top of the first inning. Gulls with 7 runs in the 6th. That has been really the story of this ball game. Back-to-back-to-back home runs from the 3 Newport All-Stars. Here comes the 1-0. Big cut and a miss. Up top, and Jostin could not catch up to it.
Yeah, Jostin's going to step out, try and take a minute here. Was looking at back out there towards the mound like, okay, all right, I see what we're doing now.
Well, I mean, you got to deal with 86, and that might not sound like a lot, but it is when you're also seeing 66 from Levangie.
Yes.
Breaking ball's way in the dirt in front of Burley. And the wild pitch will allow Cox to get to second. And there was not much that Burley could do to prevent that from happening. That's the one downside to having that breaking ball that, well, curves about 20 flights of stairs.
It certainly has some dip to it.
Jostin on a line, back in the center. Freeman back. The game is over. The Gulls come out on top against the number 1 team in the NECBL. Newport tops Vermont in dominating fashion, a 9-2 final here on Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, and that was a good win there for the Newport Gulls. Obviously, the race here in the South Division is something that anything less of close would be an understatement, because obviously, you know, the Martha's Vineyard Sharks are right on the tail of the Newport Gulls, but a hard-earned win here for the Gulls came out, and boy, was that 6th inning something to watch here. And obviously the Mountaineers now 4 consecutive losses in a row. And, well, I'll be the first to say it. Thank goodness for that All-Star break tomorrow and a couple days off for the Mountaineers. So for now, I'd like to say thank you to both of you. Of course, it's been a pleasure here, and I'm sure that, we will certainly be hearing from each other and maybe even be seeing each other in the future.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure, Noah, having you calling games with you twice this year, and maybe another is in store. These are 2 of the best teams in the NECBL.
True. 2
of the top 3. As we welcome into the Gulls post-game show, plenty of action to come. We will have Caden Charpentier joining us in a moment, but Noah, it has been a pleasure having you here, and I know it's a long drive back, so we're happy that we could get this one in a little bit early so that the 4-hour drive that it is back to Montpelier isn't too late of a drive.
Well, luckily for me, I'm only heading to the University of Rhode Island, but for these guys on the bus,
That's right, yeah.
Yes, it will be a little bit of a relief that we're not going to show up at 2:30 in the morning. I'll say that.
Well, back-to-back-to-back home runs. That will go down as one of the memories of the season for the Newport Gulls. Colton Ledbetter, Slade Alford, Noah Martinez. All 3 will be in Martha's Vineyard tomorrow. We'll have plenty more to discuss about this game. Shane, you'll be joined by Caden up here in the booth, and we'll have an interview with tonight's South Coast Health Player of the Game to come. Newport moves to 27-13. Vermont falls to 30-10. From myself up here in the booth and my broadcast partner, Noah McLean, thanks for joining us 2 up here in the booth. Noah, it's been an absolute pleasure, and hope to see you maybe a little later in the season.
Absolutely. Same to you.
All right. Well, Shane Briggs, the show and the floor is yours.
Gentlemen, thank you very much. Ladies and gentlemen, welcoming you into the Gulls postgame show here. My good friend and field reporter, Caden Charpentier, will be joining me momentarily. Give you a little bit of a recap over what was an action-packed fireworks show of an offensive output by the Newport Gulls. And just what a day to be a fan of the Gulls, and an absolutely terrible day to be a baseball here at Cardines Field. Caden? Caden, my friend, welcome in. How are we doing this after evening?
We're doing pretty good, Shane. How are you?
I'm on cloud 9, my friend. That was an absolutely incredible output by our Newport Gulls here at Cardines Field.
Yeah.
My favorite thing to ask you on big wins like this, on camera 1, right above the dugout. What are the vibes like? What are the emotions like? How are the guys doing? Take me through everything that it's like right down there on those back-to-back-to-back home runs.
Yeah, I mean, it was pretty electric. I'm not going to lie. It was a lot of excitement. A lot of people were getting up, and I think after maybe the second one, when Noah came up, it was – I don't know if they expected it to hit another home run, but at the same time maybe they did, because I think a lot of them were shocked at the same time, because that was insane, because all 3 of those guys are going to the All-Star game tomorrow, and they all line up 3 in a row in the Newport Gulls lineup, which is kind of absurd. To be honest, it's kind of unfair because, you have so much power, you have so much contact that they possess, and it's just unbelievable to watch those guys hit, man.
And we all know Noah Martinez's nickname, the Panda. A little bit of pandemonium going on in
that's a good
middle
one.
of that Newport Gulls lineup. Just an absolutely amazing output, and no small feat to do it against the #1 team in the NECBL. One heck of a game, one heck of a day, and
yeah, dude.
I don't think as close as a lot of people expected it to be. I think a game that 2 of the top 3 teams in the NECBL, Vermont #1 and Newport #3 respectively. And, I mean, just yet another instance where you can see these Gulls love playing here at Cardines Field.
Yeah, I mean, it was a pretty tight game. I mean, until Newport obviously opened it up. I mean, they scored all those runs with 2 outs, which is kind of absurd. But it was a heck of a performance in that 6th. I mean, they just kept piling on the runs. It just kept coming and kept coming. They were just relentless, and that's kind of how you have to be against the Vermont Mountaineers. The team is one of the best, or if not the best in the league. You just can't, stop. And, who knows what would have happened if the Gulls didn't go on that rally, because, you never know how much the Mountaineers can score. The team's pretty good, and I feel like there was something in this team that, the first game of the season, they got no hit against the Mountaineers. I thought there was maybe a little bit of extra motivation to go out here today and in front of your home fans and take this one, because it was a massive win.
Absolutely, and like you alluded to, the first meeting between the two was not a pretty one for the Gulls, but also set a long while back, that being the first game of the season for the Gulls out in Vermont, and now the third to last home game of the regular season for the Gulls. Really a tale of two halves in its entirety, but I think a note that against this team the Gulls would love to end on.
Yeah, I think it's extremely, extremely impressive in terms of just being so resilient, and, the pitching was phenomenal. I think it could get overlooked after, that performance. They put up 7 runs in an inning. Chase Renner was phenomenal in that start. I mean, you can't ask much better than what he put out. And Cole Stasio was yet again fantastic. Sakalaris was good. And then Levangie shut the door. It was just a total team effort. It wasn't just one guy, one hitter. It was, 4 pitchers and an entire lineup that won this game.
Yeah, absolutely. And all those hitters you mentioned, and the one home run derby participant, Colton Ledbetter, the South Coast player of the game, that our lead broadcaster, Zach Letson, is going to be taking you through the player of the game interview. So I believe that is all that Caden Charpentier and I have for you up here in the booth. We appreciate you guys tuning into our post-game recap. And with that, we send you down to Zach Letson with Colton Ledbetter.
All right, here we go. All right, player of the game. It is Colton Ledbetter, a man that, nobody in the NECBL has put together offensive stats quite like the Newport center fielder. And Colton, you get your 11th bomb of the summer here today, your 45th RBI, 53rd hit. You stand alone in the NECBL in all those categories. What can you say about the summer you've had, and just another home run for you on another spectacular offensive day?
Man, I'm just trying to have fun out here. It's pretty easy to do great things here because of how great this scenery is, and the team we got, we're always cheering each other on, and it's always a fun time here. I can't ask for a better place to be at for this summer. So,
well, you talk about Newport and you talk about the team. This was a remarkable game, not just because you take down the #1 team in the NECBL, but back-to-back jacks by the 3 Newport All-Stars in the lineup. How cool is it to not just see yours fly on top of the roof, then you got Slate and Noah hitting bombs right after you. I mean, how cool is that? What was the dugout like and your energy during those 2 moments?
I mean, this is just for me. I have never seen that before, like in person. Obviously, I'm going to see it in the MLB all the time, but, just to see that in person and then just see Noah hit that one bomb, which counted as 2 in my opinion. It was bomb, but it was crazy. Dugout's going crazy. We're all loving it. So, just a surreal moment right there. It was great.
Well, you like to hit home runs. Your team likes to hit home runs. You will be hitting home runs tomorrow in the Home Run Derby. You'll be representing Newport as one of the starting outfielders for the South All-Stars and representing the Gulls as a Home Run Derby participant, which goes without saying, but much deserved. How cool of a moment is that for you, and how much are you looking forward to representing Newport tomorrow in Martha's Vineyard?
I'm really looking forward to it. It's going to be a great experience. I'm very, very grateful to be a part of that. I'm going to do my part. I'm hoping Gus, he doesn't choke under pressure. I'm sure he won't. It's going to be great, though. Hopefully I can bring it home for Newport. Hopefully there's a little bit of extra, maybe some cash in that prize. We'll see. Maybe a car. That'd be nice.
That would be pretty nice, wouldn't it? Well, hopefully Dan Gosofsky gives you some great pitches to hit out. You've already got a home run in Martha's Vineyard this season. That is Mississippi State outfielder Colton Ledbetter, a Week 5 NECBL Player of the Week, and plenty more. Colton, a pleasure as always.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
All right, the Gulls get it done over the #1 team in the land, topping Vermont 9-2, and Newport now heads into the All-Star break. NECBL All-Star game tomorrow before the Gulls are back in action Tuesday at the Shark Tank against Martha's Vineyard, and back here Wednesday night at 6:35 to take on North Shore. For myself, Zach Letson, Noah McLean, and Shane Briggs up in the booth, Tom Lieba and Shannon Carlson down pressing all the buttons. I'm Zach Letson signing off, and we'll see you next Wednesday. Peace.